Ma'am. Hello. Hi. I'm 2D and wobbly today. Hi. Welcome. It's over 32 degrees already, hence the heat haze. Hi. I'm waving. Look. This is me. I'm emoting. I can emote. My badge is a little bit in front of me though. It's the same badge as is on my 3D model when I'm in 3D. It just amazingly lines up correctly. As long as I'm facing precisely forward. Hi! Welcome! How are peeps? I'm gonna nudge the volume down a touch. Hello, welcome! Welcome Stew, welcome Liquid Cake, and Gomble, hi! Morning for you, evening for me. Welcome in David, thank you for the pants cabbage. Welcome Cabbage. Sheesh. Perfect timing, I was just getting to you in the chat as well. Welcome Penb. And X119X. Hi, I'm very wide right now. All the wideness. I don't know if I can,
Lactose-filled dairy product.
I think what happened there is I just made myself a bit of cheese target. But hi! Welcome. Hello, Jock Emperor, as well. Welcome. Why cheese, David? You just got home from work. That's not an excuse for throwing cheese at me. Hello. Hi. I'm 2D today because webcam gets a break today. Webcam gets to not look at my face. It's gonna look at more interesting stuff that's on my desk, and you're gonna see it. We're breadboarding some electronics. The same ones that I've already done in the past, but this time, like, running on the STM32, hopefully, instead of the Arduino. But hello! A Charget indeed. It almost looks like a chargelet, like a small charge. This almost looks like it should be, you know, a physics term, like a wavelet, but more electronic. Yeah, hi. I don't plan for this to be a long stream. Partly because, you know, that over there, you know, that. Wait, where did I just go? That thing over there. I'm emoting towards it violently. Oh no, not the time. Sorry, the temperature. The temperature is what I meant. Look at that. I think so. Like, wait, can I just become one wiggly line? Hold on. Look at that. I look like American bacon. Amazing. Perfect. Anyway, hi. It's hot. I finally got the bowl of water again so that I can, you know, actually rest my feet in it and attempt to not, you know, get heat stroke in my room because this is ridiculous. I forget how effective it is. The water's warmed up now, unfortunately, but it still makes a difference. Just like being able to have air blowing. Anyway. No, I don't like it. Hi, thank you very much for the follow. R42. Wait, that's kind of cool actually. R42, and it sounds like it sounds like a number. Hi. Skewer. Yes, I was a skewer. The Yook skewer. Bacon. Please don't eat this bacon. Okay, without further ado. I remember when I used to use for the lulz, I sometimes would just like on Windows XP I'd be using the speech recognition, which was much worse than it is nowadays. I would just like this sounds really weird, but I feel like this would make a great misheard lyrics YouTube video. But essentially, sometimes no, speech recognition, not the synthesis. Well, we would use the synthesis afterwards, but the first stage was that we would read like lyrics of a song, and obviously it would be mishearing everything, especially if it was like a rap song, and we'd rap it so that it you know, was even worse at understanding it. When I say we, I mean myself and my brother. I don't know, we had a strange sense of humor. I still have a strange sense of humor. He has still a strange sense of humor as well, I think. Anyway, And it was just kind of amusing. And then we'd just listen to it back with like the driest TTS voice, just going reading through these lyrics, and they were like half, like 80% wrong, but like it would still rhyme and stuff. Like it would just sound like misheard lyrics, because that's exactly what it was. It was literally misheard lyrics, but it would like be rhyming, and it's like, I don't know. There's a stupid number of in-jokes now that I have with my brother that I literally just misheard Eminem lyrics. Without further ADO was one of them as well. Instead of without further ado. And it just put ADO in capital letters, because obviously if you say ado, then you mean ado.net. Obviously, Microsoft's thingy, right? Obviously you're talking about Microsoft products. Anyway. And it was just kind of funny because that's how the TTS read it. Anyway, now that I've finished explaining and killing this really obscure, not really that funny in-joke in the first place, I think I'm going to press this button. Boop. UK got bars. Not really. Not really. Not really. Anyway, I don't think I have any of those text files anymore. They were amusing though. That's really ancient lore. Anyway, hi Israel, welcome. Thank you for the past, Stewie as well. Oh wait, I should do the things, right? The hydration and the posture check. And I've already saved the kidneys and I refunded you. And thank you for doing the saving of the kidneys and reminding me why I disable it when I'm using this 2D avatar, because the water physics going over my head when the save the kidneys redeem happens makes, when I'm not using 3D tracking, makes my avatar just start rolling around like with no friction, because there's no tracking to update the rigid body thingies. Anyway, time for hydration. I'm doing it right now, but you can't see it, but you'll hear it. And the posture check. No, I am. I saved them, I promise. Yeah. Alright, so this is what I was doing last night. Sorry, not last night, yesterday on stream. Did it ever become nighttime? I don't think so. Yeah, it was amusing. It was so silly. Anyway, sorry. This is some stuff that I did last night. Yesterday. Stop saying last night. Yesterday. And this is code for hopefully controlling an LCD, and if I press this thing on my screen, ta-da! You can now see the thing that I'm trying to control. There's an LCD down there in the bottom right. And there's like a little green board. I hope I haven't put on my VTuber anonymity gloves. Oh god, this is gonna be awful wearing this in the heat. Anyway, man, they're falling apart as well. Just because when I'm handling like little electronic things that have been soldered, the tiny sharp bits of solder catch on the gloves and just like tearing them. Anyway, so this little white, sorry, not the white, that's the glove. This little green board down there. Oh yeah, right. Also the gloves are far too big and like my fingertip always bends. This is the thing. Anyway, that is the STM32. It's a microcontroller, and it's the one that I'm going to be planning to use. I mean, I am already planning to use it in this little project for a little electronic pet style thing. Imagine a Tamagotchi, but more derpy. Featuring the character that was posted in the very last message by Azrael, which you can't really see in the like on the stream interface up there. But you can on in the Twitch chat. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just trying to turn this down a bit. Oh my god, I can't stop hiccuping. And over here is an Arduino. This board here is an Arduino. I'm just using it as a power supply. Maybe a little insulting to the Arduino. But yeah. It has a 3.3 volt regulator, and that's what I'm powering the STM32 off. And right now, these pins up here are the ones that go to this LCD here. And they are going over here, over to... Wait, I'm not sure if it's safe for me to move this camera, actually. They're going over to the Arduino right now, because I originally was testing that the LCD works on the Arduino. And they do. It does. I don't remember what plurality I used at the beginning of that sentence. My memory doesn't last that long to remember how the sentence started. But anyway, it works. So now I'm going to move the wires over to the STM32, and we're going to see if the library that we eventually got out over like the past 2 or 3 streams actually works. And actually, before I do that, actually, there's one more thing I have to do. I just realized before starting stream, and then I forgot, and now I've remembered again. There's one. So this is all done yesterday. This stuff where I'm setting the initialization for the LCD. I guess I can make it slightly easier to see by turning off the webcam, because you're not going to need to see anything for a moment. This stuff. Whoa! Hi! Welcome! Hi! Welcome in, Kitty, aka Expired Popsicle. Hi! Snake Raid. Welcome in, Neria Care. Hi. Let me shout you out. I saw that you're up to doing a morning art stream this time. I didn't get to see what it was. But hey, if you would like to share, please let me know. Oh, I can't really hold up the little name plaque though, because I'm 2D right now. There you are. Okay, do you see? There's like a little floating thing, and you can see her upside down there. You can see her the right way up if you go to her channel. Yeah, if you have something you'd like to share, please let me know. I'll make it so you can post a link. But yeah, Kitty also does, for those who don't know her, she also does, programming and flipping artwork. 3D and 2D. Oh, sorry. Okay, one sec. Where's the thing? Hold on. I don't have this tab ready. Okay, I've got the tab ready. Okay, I've clicked the button. You should be able to post it now. Euro got nommed. Yep. Try again. Sorry. I was about to go there and name the layers. Okay, let's have a look. Does she have a redeem called Name Your Heckin' Layers by any chance? Okay, I'm moving this onto this screen and I'm clicking the link. Ta-da! Oh wow, it's this one! Oh my god, you made the hair look so like 3D and tubular. I don't know how else to say. Nice. Oh, this is looking so cute and like, cozy. Wow, this is a really nice work in progress. Good job already. Look how like metallic this looks. Sheesh. It's almost like you spend time making materials in Blender so you understand how light works. Nice. Already nice. And hello, welcome everybody. Welcome Fuguesoft as well. Hi. Yeah, if you're having to dash off to do work, good luck. I totally understand it. Thank you very much for leaving your peeps in my weird hands. I was just starting to explain what's happening on today's stream, so I'll do it again. Oh, well, I didn't really get that far. I was just started to begin. The reason I'm 2D is because, bam! Camera gets a break from looking at my face. I already made that joke once on the stream, but I'm making it again now because there's, like, a bunch more peeps. I'm sure one of them might... I'm sure the mouth of one viewer might, like, vaguely turn in an upwards direction for 100 milliseconds at that joke. Laughing is asking too much. Look for housework. Good luck. Off Kai hype? Oh, you're going to off Kai? Oh, sheesh. Alright, have fun. No, stop that. Sheesh. No, I can't escape. Stop this.
Formaggio.
Hi, Omni. Welcome. Those wire colors are an ace choice? Is that an asexual flag reference? Yeah, I tend to buy like jumper wires in just like one big like long ribbon of different colors and just separate them. Which one is the asexual flag? I don't remember that one. I mean, I'm sure I'll remember it. There are just a few that I recognize and I can't remember like which one's which, you know what I mean? I know the names, I know the colors. I just don't remember the mappings from one to the other. Anyway, down here, this little thing down here is a microcontroller. Why does the camera keep moving? It's disturbing. This is a little microcontroller on that board. Here's a big microcontroller on a bigger board. This is an Arduino, but I'm only using it as a 3.3 volt power source. And it's giving power to that. And down here is an LCD. And up here is a library that I've been trying to write for the LCD. And right now the LCD is connected. These wires here are going over to the Arduino. We're going to change that imminently so that they're going to the STM32 because I'm wanting to use this in like a little cheese. Yeah, I'm wanting to make a little cheese, a little electronic cheese. Nah, I'm wanting to use it in like a little electronic pet project. Maybe there will be cheese in there, maybe, so that she can eat it and stuff. It's going to be featuring this little derpy character. Wait, why didn't I show you the photo? Hold on. Where's the photo? Data sheets? Not data sheets, photos. One of these. Yeah, this little character. Look at her. She's so happy. Anyway. You've heard of electricity from potatoes? Prepare for electricity from cheese. Maybe. Just don't go getting your wires crossed. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really try. I don't want to break another LCD. So, but before I connect this up, there's one last thing in the library that we're missing, and it's kind of critical if you want to be able to see anything on the display. Yesterday, we got this all done. This is the code for initializing the LCD. Registers and stuff. But if we want to see any pixels, we probably...
The models.
Exactly. High trade slider. We probably want to, like, you know, send the pixel data to the LCD. That's like a slightly important thing. It's an extremely easy thing to do, hopefully. And I can basically just modify this to do it. For a start, I'm literally just going to copy and paste the code from this, which is silly. I'm actually going to comment out this stuff. So there are two different ways that we can send data from this thing. I mean, there are many, but the this STM32 features hardware for an SPI output, which is a way of sending serial data. It stands for serial peripheral interface. And it's just got like a clock line and a data line. You present a new bit on the data line, and then when you've presented that bit, you like pulse the clock line, and the receiving thing says, "Oh, I see you have a new bit for me on the data line," and it reads it. Also, holy Yook! Why? Did I say hi, Myriad Minds? Hi, Myriad Minds. So yeah, there's dedicated hardware for like, you just give it one byte and it automatically pulses the clock line and goes through each separate bit in it, which is nice. But then there's another abstraction on top of that called DMA, which stands for direct memory access. And there you just set stuff up and basically say, hey, I want you to send all of these bytes, not just one byte, but from this pointer in memory, I want you to send every single byte out until you've sent 6 bytes in this example. And we've already like tested those yesterday as well, and they work. So I want to sort of repurpose this little test thing, which I'm going to comment out for now. In fact, I could probably delete this, but I'll leave it there just as a sanity check in case everything seems to stop working. I can run that again. Hi, Meatloaf! Welcome! Thank you for the hydration and posture checks, Stewie, again. Holy cheese. Holy cheese. Indeed. Why have I got my water bottle and Nyan juice bottle swapped in their locations? Okay, there we are. Nyan juice bottle is now within easy grabbing their proximity, whatever the word is. And posture check. It took me like an hour to get this really janky webcam thingy set up today, and there's no excuse for it. It wasn't worth it. I just couldn't work out a good way to put it where also reflections in the LCD weren't risky and stuff. Alright, so let's call this LCD send pixels all. I'm gonna say all. because in case I do go back to the idea of just sending only the pixels that have changed. And we should just need to send the entire pixel array, get rid of all this silliness, we don't need that anymore. All of this, most of the stuff should only need to be set up once, but I'm just not going to separate it out and do its own initialization code yet. I'm going to let it, I'm going to let it sit here as it is. And we don't need this to be in a while loop anymore. This is all for testing. It was just sending nyan over and over. We just want to send the pixels once, so no more loop there. And so this is... Calm down some of these comments a little bit. And yeah, so we said where it's coming from. We said the number of bytes we want. The number of bytes is LCD num data bytes now. And we're sending from the pixel data. That was already correct. When I was sending nyan, I was overwriting the first 5 bytes in there with nyan exclamation mark. But now it's actually going to have relevant data, hopefully. Then we allow DMA to start serving bytes to the SPI peripheral, serial peripheral interface peripheral. Yes, already. And then we wait. Although we don't actually need to wait here. This can now be done. If we want, we can wait for this to be done. Wait, did I make sure that works? I hope I made sure that works. Anyway, thank you for the pads. What I think I should also do is disable, make sure this is disabled before doing any of this stuff is probably what I should do. So that we can reconfigure the data to be sent. You have to have this disabled while you're doing this stuff. I think you only need it disabled for these things, but I might as well just disable it for like everything, you know. This I think I can now put into the SPI initializing stuff. I mean, really, eventually all this stuff will be in the SPI initializing stuff. You know, for now, I'll just leave it where it is. Oh, hold on. This is a good point. This is a good point. When we're sending pixels, we are going to want it to do it through DMA, so we can just say, hey, here's the start of data, here's the number of bytes, send it, just do it in the background. But we are going to want to take it out of that mode if we want to send commands to the LCD, because we're sending individual byte by bytes when we're sending commands. So I think I want to ensure that when we are wanting to send a command, we turn off DMA for transmitting on SPI. Set SPI to not request data from DMA. Yeah. And we might as well just enable it here. When we're going back into preparing for sending pixel data. Might as well do that. Sure. Alright, I think that's everything. We don't need this anymore. We can call lists from elsewhere. We do indeed call that when we're about to prepare to send a command. We wait for the... Where is that? No, we wait until it's finished sending. Alright, I think that's everything. So now I can finally do the wiring up, which I said I was going to do. Hi, Sky Arcane Dev. Welcome. Thank you for the follow, Ordinary Clover, as well. Hi. I'm clicking the button now. trying to scroll it so that there's cheese. So that there's not too much text on top of things. Sure, I'll put it back here. I was trying to make it so there's relevant stuff on the screen, but this is all commented out, so it's irrelevant now. Anyway, why indeed. Hi, welcome Christopher as well. Welcome Fred as well. Holy bite my pixels.
Jeez. I can finally chat again.
Why? Not why can you chat? Why this? Ah!
Cheese.
Perfectly lines up when I'm 2D every time, so you can't even tell that there's more cheese on my face. I guess I could randomize the start position, but this was made when I was an extreme noob in Unity. So, what just happened? That was weird. The bowl of water thingy just suddenly shifted. Anyway, I'm glad you're able to again, TTH. Welcome back, I should say. Welcome back. Not working? Oh, I see. Not working. Why is it not working? I mean, this is the stream elements, but bye, Ordinary. Hi and bye. I don't know why it's not working. That's the stream element spot, that's not mine. I mean, it's a super simple thing that I should probably implement myself on my own bot rather than relying on stream elements, but thank you for the pats. Let's have a quick look on stream elements dashboard thingy. Where are my custom ones? Custom commands. Exclamation mark. Why cheese? Here it is. Where do I see the alias? Oh, there it is. YC and Y cheese. Huh. That's weird. Oh, it's been done! It's already been done by Freb! Oh, you're too late! Okay, never mind, it is working! Freb just sniped you. I didn't see that. Okay. Yeah, it's just stupidly hot. Take a close look at this heat haze. Alright, let's move some things around. Let's move some things around. I'm gonna disconnect this LCD, which you can barely see right now. Because it's underneath my fat noggin. Okay, we're unplugging this. Just for now, because, you know, it's kind of big and in the way a little bit. There we go. And this is the back side of it here. I don't know if you can see these. It's not really easy to see. The focus also sucks. Thankfully, here's a photo I prepared earlier. Here's a relevant photo I prepared earlier. There it is. Better late than never. So, this is the... Wait, which way around is that? Round is on that side. Why is this pin looking so straight? Straighten up. Straighten up. This is stupidly hard to do with these silly gloves on. Anyway, yeah, this is the correct way around because we're looking at this upside down. This is the way that it actually is. So if we were looking at it this way, we'd be looking at these names backwards, but actually we're looking at it this way. So this is the way, this is correct when viewed from above. Like this. So, that's useful. Let's move some of these cables over. In fact, that's not a super easy thing to do because, well, firstly, the cables I'm using are far longer than they need to be. And secondly, they're ending in female connectors when they need to end in male. So let me just grab my little drawer of jumper cables. And let's see what we've got. Here are some. I can't really see. I guess I can just slide this over. It's all easier said than done. Ta-da!
Jumper cables.
Jumper cables. Okay, so let's just remove all of them for God's sake. Out you come. We don't need any of you for now. You can all come out. Actually, it is just these three, isn't it? These are the main three that we need to be gone. I don't know what the other ones are. There are 4 cables there. And okay, so that must be data, clock, reset, and the data / command line. This one. Scroll back down into an empty area. Alright, pluck. Very satisfying. And this right here is I think this is 5 volts, right? First of all, let's double check how it looks on here. We have ground, something, and then VCC. So yeah, this should be 5 volts. I'm just double checking where it connects on the Arduino. Yeah, that is 5 volts. So we don't need that anymore. It's going to take its power from the same place that the STM32 is taking power, which is the 3.3 volt thing. So out you come as well. Let's just remove this mess that's currently on the Arduino. Pluck. And yeah, there we are. Alright. So it was these long cables before that went over here and then connected to these shorter ones which went down to a female thingy, because originally they were going to be plugged in like that. But for some reason I often can't get SPI to work on anything other than the dedicated ICSP header thingy on the Arduino board. Anyway, that's all irrelevant right now. Just need some short male-to-male cables. 4 to be precise. We need 1 for power, so red sounds like it would work well. We need 1 for we've already got ground connected, right? Yeah, we've already got ground connected. Alright, do I have 3 connected up nicely that I can just use? I do! Beautiful! Oh wait, I need 4, don't I? Okay, well, in that case, I'll use these 3. And this one. Sounds like a plan. Let's shove them onto the breadboard and you know, make it reality. Let's stop making my dreams be memes. Put that drawer away. It's the cables you use when you jump someone. Did I read that already? Important red bits. Red bits.
Shove my breadboard.
Insert my wire into my breadboard. Okay, first of all, where are you going to take 3.3 volts from? Let me have a look. We have orange coming from here, and that's the 3.3 volts, and it's going up here. And we also have it bridging over to this side. That's because on one side of the thingy is like the digital supply voltage, and the other side is, I think, the analog voltage supply. I just have them connected together. So for easiness, let's just take it from the one on this side of the board, because, well, there's no unused plugs. This green thing is wasting so many pins on the breadboard. Look, we only got two holes left on this side. There's 3 on the other side, but there's a capacitor plugged into one of them, and then there's the in, and then the one that's looping over, so they're all used on the other side. Alright, let's plug that in. And then that needs to come over to where the 5 volts is going to be on the LCD, which is right there. Do I want this exposed bit of metal to be facing this resistor? Probably not. Let's turn it the other way around, because it might touch the leg of that resistor if I'm not careful. Which should be really bad, actually, because that resistor, that leg of that resistor is connected to ground, so I'll just be shorting the power supply from the Arduino. Actually, that'll be straight from the USB thing, so it would be like shorting my USB port on the computer, and then probably would take down all my USB devices for a moment as the protection kicks in. Anyway, that one's done. We need the other 4 now. Okay, let me remind myself, which pins are they? Which pins on the STM32 should they be going to? Where's my txt file called pins.txt? Why the thick gloves? For anonymity. The vtuber anonymity protection gloves. Or VAPG for short. That took me a long time to work out with the letters were. Oh, it's a little bit hard to read this, isn't it? Because of the camera view over the top. Wait, why is it easier to see? Oh, because I'm blocking it out. I should get thinner ones, but I don't have any. This is all they had in store. In stock. Alright, which ones am I using? You know what, I'm gonna write down what the pin
How
numbers.
does a baguette listen to music? Bread phones, UK's cake.
Bread phones. Man, I want a baguette now. Your fingerprints are in Interpol DB or something. I don't know. Maybe. These are not welding gloves. I think I would have just mashed the entire breadboard by mistake. Not like in Fury or anything. Let me just write down which pins these are. So this is like the name. I'm gonna take these gloves off for typing. Holy crap. Name, and then the TSUB20 pin number. And some notes can be over there. We are now living in the future where typing in with insertion mode on is possible. Alright, so PC15, which is the reset pin, is physically pin 3. PA14 is physically pin 20. PA7 is physically 13. Excuse me. PA5 is 11. And finally, the backlight, which I'm not even using. I'm considering making pin 7. That'd be fun to play around with, actually. The backlight. It's getting a bit ahead of myself, though. Wouldn't medical gloves work just as well? Like the latex ones? I'm sure they would, but I don't have any, and the place that I went into didn't have any in stock either, so... these are what they had. So these are what I got. PA5 is physically 11, that's not old enough for Twitch. No! I'm joking about age, you're gonna get yourself banned. Twitch is like behind the scenes hidden Big Brother moderation thingies that nobody can control except for them. Crazily trigger happy when it comes to that stuff. The AI bot could get confused. Yeah, it's not too hard actually to confuse them, it turns out. Alright, so reset pin I'm gonna have on its own little brown wire, and then these 3, which are like, you know, much more commonly used together, I'm gonna have on this bunch of 3. So the brown one goes to pin 3, or rather the reset pin goes to pin 3. And which one is reset again? I think it's the one that I'm bridging to ground with this pull down resistor. There. And we know that this is ground because it's coming from here. So logic would say that oh, hold on a second. Wait, what is this doing? What is that doing? Oh, right, sorry, that's not, yes. This wire here is not the one to do with pulling reset to ground. The resistor is, so what will be in row 23 is the reset. The one that's in row 24, which has this wire connected, is something that can just be permanently held low. I think that's chip select, which is active or low. Let's check. Yeah, the one next to cheese. The one next to reset is CE chip enable, so We're always going to be talking to this and only this, so I've just tied that there. And I've confirmed that works, that's fine. Congratulations, you're being cheesed. Please do not resist. Maximum resistance. Fork the system. Alright, pin 3. Pin 3 is... Pin 3 is, amazingly enough, row 3 on the breadboard. Holy crap, did I actually align things to have a logical mapping of pin number to breadboard number? Hang on a second, this yellow pin is all rotated. If I can make it not... one sec. Yellow pin is there. And what a pain in the rectum this is using these gloves. Okay, let's try and pull this out. Put it in there. Get in the hole. I know you can fit. I know you can fit. Oh, maybe this hole is damaged on the breadboard, actually. Maybe that's why I decided to not put it in that hole, because it's physically impossible. Ah, it's annoying, isn't it? Oh, there it goes. You just have to force it enough and it goes in. Alright, pin 3 next. Now that's tidy and we can access the hole. I hope I'm like broken the breadboard. I mean, more than it already is. I should get a new breadboard, man. This is suboptimal. Also, size-wise, it's way too small. Anyway, let's put that there. Okay, I mean, it's just about okay for this project, but it's, you know. You know, look at it. It's a little cramped. There's only 2 holes here, for goodness sake. Great, get in the hole. I know you can fit. I know you can fit. Oh my god. Ah. Myriad could do that, if he wants to. In fact, I could do it. I can copy and paste it. I have the power. I have the power. I am struggling to copy the text. Okay, there it is. Do you need to put the speech marks? My message failed to send. My message failed to send? What does this mean? What the fuck do you mean my message failed to send? Huh? Did it do it? Hell, comma, oh. I don't... can anyone see my messages? Or is Twitch having an issue again? Is Cloudflare going down again? You know, the internet. Oh, that works. Oh, hold on. I think it's quote space add space, maybe. Let's try that. Quote space add. Alright, that works. Let's see if the speech marks came through. Oh, yeah, the speech marks were added. You don't need to add the speech marks. Anyway, thank you for the pats. Okay, that's the reset line connected. Let's, oh dear, I think I bent some pins on the Arduino while I was messing around trying to straighten up those pins over there. Concerning. They're out of view, they're like way off to the side. Thank you for the pats, Cinnamon. Alright, what's next? What's next? We have data command, which needs to go to pin 20. Or, am I gonna have to like break these up? Because these are like probably gonna be quite far away from each other, aren't they? We've got 20, 13, and 11. 20 is all the way up there, at the top, this corner. Far left for you. And then 11 is at the far right corner, all the way down there. And then 13 is due to the left of that. I'm just gonna plug these in the order that is easiest. So that would be blue and pin 20. Blue and pin 20. Right. Take this off. Insert menu. I'm confusing myself. Alright, pin 20, pin 20, pin 20. Might as well put these all on the outside, I guess. The outermost hole. Probably easiest. I think, possibly. Let me see. Maybe not, actually. If I want to be able to probe it, I think probing on the outer holes would be easiest. So let's try and put these on the inner holes, the ones closest to the board. Alright, 20 goes right around there. And then 13 and 11 are next. I guess I will... Oh, you know what? Let me tuck this underneath. Hang on. Let's tuck these under here. Yes. That'll work better. And it's kind of dark when I put my hand here. I'm blocking all the light. I wish I could, like, adjust exposure. I mean, I can manually do it, but... I can put it on auto, but I can't change the offset. Like, if I put it on auto, everything becomes quite bright. Then that should look correct when I block the light as well. Or look similar. Yeah. Ah, yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Probing the inner holes is where the fun really begins. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Frankly, this is a pain in the ass with these goofy ass gloves on.
Probe my holes.
They're gonna say probe my inner holes. Alright, got blue there, and then we just need the 13 and 11. You know what? I'm gonna do this, like, this is wasting so much time. I'm just gonna plug these in without the flipping gloves on. Alright, purple goes into 13. Done. Grey goes into 11. Breadboard is fighting against me for some reason. There it is. Done. Wow, that saved a lot of time. Now let's bring it back on stream, where I can struggle to get the other end of the wires connected. Oh my god. Myriad. Now probing the outer ones is useful. Alright, there we are. It's easier. Okay, so what do we need now? We need the... So blue is 20. And that is the data/command one. So which one was that? That is the third along. Reset, skip, and then DC. Which looks like disconnect, but it's certainly not disconnect. Oh, it's actually kind of useful though. This is the same order so far. Blue needs to go... let me check something. We've got data or command, and then data in, and then clock. Are these like the perfect order for me to just plug all three in at the same time? That would be amazing if that was the case. 13 is data in, and clock is 11. No way! That's the correct way. That's exactly how I want them. No way is it like that easy. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. This is illegal. It shouldn't be this easy. Well, we just need to plug all three of these in a row. And that should be right. Let's try it. This is the hard part. Actually doing this with these gloves on. Fuck this. I'm doing this without the gloves on. I'm hot. I can't stick around in this furnace for any longer than I need to. Alright, then the last two are in. The first one is also in. Alright, they're all in. Nice. Re-gloving. Done. Alright, there we are. It's all connected up. Amazing. Yay. So now we just need to plug the LCD in and I guess see if it works. Except we're not going to see anything yet because the code doesn't even attempt to draw. So before I put the LCD on there, Yook goes to jail prison. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean Yook goes to jail prison? What do you mean? What do you mean? What did I do? Let's just hard code in the bitmap to just of the Long Yook and then get it to draw that. So I need to fire up my Arduino project again. What the hell? Why? Ah! Why? No, you're scaring the Long Yook. Did you hear that? The hiccup. Pop my Yook. Do not. It's loading, by the way. We're just waiting. Okay, there we are. So, blah, 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 blah. Modified version using modified library with interlaced transparent sprite support. Okie dokie, where is it? Here it is. BMP, so bitmap, Long Yook data. Width is this, height is this. Alright, let's just copy and paste this, I guess, for now. Boop. And I'll use this from outside the LCD library, as, you know, as if it's actually a library. Heaven forbid.
You could be hot, like a soldering iron. She should be nuts. Maybe she should be hiring. I see. That's the word. The CDE is nuts. The jerk. Not a lot of rhymes, but the idea is there. I don't think this is going anywhere. I'll stop now. Peace out.
I appreciated it. I appreciated it. Don't worry. Let's just put these in at the top. This is silly. Got talkie stuff and then we've got LCD stuff. But yes, hi city robot. Oh my god, this is silly. I didn't mean that. City robot is what I meant to say. Sorry. I love this. That appears when I mouse over. Look, there's a scroll bar on the. Where is it? There's a scroll bar on the tooltip. Because it literally just basically. Oh my god, it doesn't even finish. Never mind. Because the web browser you can just select. Alright, so let's define a sprite to have this to be this. Ooh, hang on. Is this a point? Okay, it is a pointer. Okay, nice. So if I make a struct, we're not gonna have an entire copy of the data because it's a pointer. So we can simply define a struct in here, right now. Let's call it did I call it LCD sprite? I did LCD sprite, which I can't do because it's not in the thingy. Do I need to define this in the H file? Is this where I should be defining structs? Should I be putting this in the H file? Is this how it works? Let's try removing it from here. I'm just putting in the H file. We good? Problems. Oh, I haven't finished typing this yet. Okay, that is what I needed to do. So we're gonna make an LCD sprite called Long Yook. Hi Artisans, welcome. Thank you for the hydration, Balthazar as well. Peas out. Oh my god. It's actually walking away. You can make a standard emoji walk away. What the hell? Amazing. Alright. Time for the hydration, sorry. I think you can just declare it there and leave its definition in the C file. For some reason, Visual Studio didn't know what an LCD sprite was when I had it in the CPP file from this, from outside. Yeah. Unless I saw that. Let's double check. Remove it from here. Save. Put it back here. Save. And now it doesn't know what an LCD sprite is. Okay. Away from here, save. Back here, save. And now it knows. Okay, so making a new one. Let's spell Long Yook. How do we do this again? Equals... how does the initializing of a thingy go again? Pixel data. Pixel data. Okay. So is this how you do it? I think this is how you used to do it. Oh no, you put dot pixel data, right? There it is. There it is. Pixel data is gonna be, well, I'm specifying all of them, so I don't really need to do it by name. We can just say BMPLY data, BBLY width, BMPLY height, which is a number of rows, right? Does it know? Oh, it doesn't prompt. Does it understand this line? Oh, I didn't end it properly. Does it understand that? It does. Why does it not, like, prompt, like, which thing I should be typing there? That's quite annoying then. You typed a colon, not a semicolon. Oh, this is a semicolon. This is a colon. It should probably be like this so it's easier to see, sorry. Alright, so we're initializing, and then let's do LCD draws. Oh, did I not make that public? Draw sprite transp. I did not. Void this. I also need void LCD send pixels all. I need to like copy all of this shit over here. Not that one. There. Wait until sent. I'm gonna put these below there because then it's like send, sending, sent. Makes sense chronologically. This is kind of just a thing that I can do somewhere else. Reinitialize, send manual is not even used anymore. Send TMA is also not used anymore. These are tests. Then we have initialize. This, or initialize SPI actually. Wait, can I just not put that in there? And just do it here instead? Init SPI. And then the only thing that thing.cpp should be able to see is the main init, not the init SPI, right? I also don't need these, they don't exist. Let's see. LCD init. Yeah, okay, now, nice. Now we only see init. And these are like, you know, kind of in a way private. Not the C++ way, but whatever. So then LCD draw sprite transparent. We're gonna draw the sprite Long Yook. Oh, this one's a reference to it, doesn't it? So we can do that. Oh, sorry, that. And then where do we want it to be drawn? Well, where was I drawing it in the Arduino one? How did I position it at the bottom? I positioned it at 0 from the left and 2, or the third bank, 0, 1, 2, down from the top. So let's do the same thing. Let's say we want it drawn at 0, 2. That's it. And then afterwards, finally, LCD send pixels all. Let's see if that works. I think we should see if that works. I mean the struct definition. I put a semicolon on the struct definition? Yeah? That's a semicolon as well, and that, and that, and that. What do you mean on here I put a colon and that's why it didn't work? It's a semicolon there as well. Alright, let's see. Does it at least compile? Music stutters. Yes, it does. Nice. We're using up a third of our RAM already. Amazing. I think I might end up upgrading to like the newer, sorry, not newer, but the bigger 64 kilobyte RAM version instead of 32. Anyway, let's plug on the thingy. They should make a font which clearly makes those look different. They should, but the font should like not look shit if you're not wanting to use anti-aliasing. Yes. It should be properly hinted for that. And literally nobody makes fonts like that anymore. The only people that I know that did were Microsoft back in the day. I don't think even they do it nowadays. Anyway, hi Cockypsy, why cheese? Hi Christopher. Did I say why Christopher? I meant why cheese Christopher.
An ice cream solstice would be the great offset to this summer heat.
Ice cream solstice? Ice cream solstice? I'm gonna slide this in now. Scared of reflections. I'm scared of reflections. Alright, hang on, I'm gonna do this with the cam off. This thing's risky. JetBrains mono is on... I don't know, is that properly in then? Okay. There we are. It's plugged in. Let me make sure the pins are... Yeah, they're all lining up correctly. Okay, it is plugged in. Boop! As if I'm magic. What the hell? I just accidentally loaded OBS's settings and I didn't know what I was looking at for a sec. Why is this suddenly like super bright reflections? This wasn't the case before. Can I? Okay. It's a bit better. Let's do this. You might stand a chance of seeing something. And then we can put that there. Why is it super bright again? Man. Okay, I guess it's just gonna be super bright now. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, nice. I can also adjust the thingy again. Yep. That's better. That's why I had it on manual exposure before, after all. Okay,
This is really cool.
Thank you! I am a little bit scared of breaking this LCD again. But it is at least now all running from 3.3 volts, so I'm not going to break it from mismatched, 5 volt logic while it's running at 3.3 volts. So that shouldn't be a problem. That's how I broke the first one. And it is being held. Yeah, I know it should be illegal for me to break one. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And it is being held in reset
Be not
state.
afraid.
I am afraid. I'm afraid. It should be illegal to break them. Okay, I'm plugging in USB. And... ooh. Okay, it's going to be receiving... oh my god. Okay, I'm going to disconnect this again. Because it's going to be repeatedly sending Nyan over and over. And... I don't know how the LCD is going to interpret that.
It might interpret it as something that could damage the LCD itself. We should be very evil. Massively evil. So, I'm gonna disconnect that for a moment. Thank you for the pads. And now I'm gonna upload the new thing, and then I'll plug the LCD back in. Hi, Emlyn! Welcome. Hi, Nikotayo. Hi! Okay, let's upload. Boop. Preparing the things. Okay, it's uploaded. Now let's plug the LCD back in. After I've disconnected power.
Okay, yeah, it's a good thing for me to note mentally that, which is like absolutely worthless because I don't remember anything, but it's a good idea for me to, make sure that I don't, disconnect the LCD and then reconnect the LCD while the thing's powered up, because that would mean that it would not get the reset signal, and it's not getting the reset signal quickly once it's received power, as I've shown multiple times in the datasheet, and lamented can permanently damage it. Okay, let's put this back on. Boop. And I'm going to connect power and we'll see if anything appears on the display. And it might not, because... Or it might appear very, very dark. Because it's going to be using like the contrast and bias settings from when it was running at 5 volts, but it's now running at 3.3 volts. So I'll see if I can see anything. Really like this high contrast theme. Thank you! I wish the colors were more saturated. That's what I wish. There are themes that with more saturated colors. In fact, there is one that I quite like. It's like high contrast and high saturation, but it removes the all these borders, so like you can't see where things end, and that sucks. Anyway, plug in and out. 3, 2, 1. Boop. Does anything appear? Is it doing things? I'm pressing the reset button. I'm seeing nothing on the display. I'm looking at it from different angles in real life. Seeing a whole lot of nothing. Interesting. Alright, it's time for me to be probing firstly with my voltmeter to make sure it's receiving power, and then with the oscilloscope to see that the data is being sent correctly. It is really, really hot and it's awful. How goes the probing? Well, I'm about to do it. We'll see. I'm about to probe my LCD. You're not easily going to be able to see the display, or at all going to be able to see the display of this one, of the voltmeter. Multimeter. Multimeter! Okay, let's see. Ground is here, right? Yeah. And then we should have 3.3 volts here. We do. Well, we have 3.27, but yeah. Okay, nice. The reset line should be high because it's an active low thing, so it should be high. Yep, the reset line is high, so it's not in reset state. That's good. Well, that's all I can easily check with the multimeter. So it's time to see what's actually being sent oscilloscope-wise, data signals-wise. So it is getting power, and it is the right power this time. Hi Pixia, welcome, welcome. Another day of air fried cat. Yep, you know it, you love it. Sorry. The borders are the parts I really like, especially the border on the line your cursor is on. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Have you seen this silly thing as well? I mean, it's not silly at all. This is the thing that Lane said is silly, but I spent ages trying to get this cursor thingy to work. Wait, how do I? There we go. Whee! After a quick mess around, it looks like you have to define structs in the header, at least for C, which I presume implies C++. I see. I see. How's the London? How's the Biggs? I hope everybody's alright. London broiled Yook. Does that make it sound like more exotic or something? I don't know. I'd much rather be broiled somewhere else. I'd rather not be broiled. Wait, what does broiling even mean? Broiled. Let's find out. Sorry. Hold on. Broil. That's broil. Broil. Canada, US, obsolete in the UK. To cook by direct radiant heat. Ah, that's why. I guess that's why I didn't know. Obsolete in the UK. Oh wait, it's grilled? Wait, it's just grilling? Oh, okay. Wait, grill is a British thing? Hold on, wait. I feel like a million minds are being blown right now. Huh? Or is it does grill in America mean something else? Hold on. Oh Jesus. I was not expecting to get a close-up of someone's robot teeth. Are you a grill? Wait, the verb, where's the verb? Okay, where's the food kind? Wait, what? Tremble, terrify, make angry, snarl, snap. Hold on, have I missed the first one? Noun. Verb. Surely there's another verb, right? To grill something? What? Oh, there! I'm fucking blind. How did I miss that one? To cook food on a grill. To cook food under the element of a... Huh! I had no idea this was, like, not an American... Not used this way in America. To cook food under the element of a stove or under the top element of an oven. US, broil. Wow, I had no idea! I always assumed that broil was something to do with boiling because it sounds almost the same as boil. Wow. Wait, salamander? Huh? Wait, what? What the fuck is salamander? Wait, what? Why is it suddenly saying, like, it's cooking under the top element of an oven, US, broil, cooking, salamander! Excuse me, we're talking about cooking. Why are you suddenly shouting salamander? Is this a verb as well? Can you salamander something? Wait, you can! To use a salamander cooking utensil. Holy crap. A metal utensil with a flat head which is heated and put over Where does this rabbit hole end? Holy crap, I just keep on discovering new things. A small broiler or grill that heats the food from above, used in professional cookery. Holy crap, I think everybody learned something today, or if not, at least I did. Wow, alright. Sheesh. That was a fun side tangent.
The nucleus is the powerhouse of the salmon.
Okay, let me try that again.
The nucleus is the powerhouse of the salmon. Selma. O'Neill. Not jail prison again. Mile Pete.
Yeah, no putting the derpy uke in a cell. The nucleus. I read that as like useless for a second at first. Hold on. I've missed so much text now. What is a London broil? I don't know. Like being in a crock pot. That always just sounds like an insult to me. Like, you know, crack pot. But I've seen the things for cooking. Doing good, eating something like potato salad, lol. I braised potato. Okay. What is braising? We've got boiled.
Sniff, sniff, sniff. Sniff a sniff. I smell a cat in the process of overheating.
No.
Hi, Yuki.
Hi, Hakken. Okay, so we've got boiling, broiling, and now braising. All right, braise. Oh, I know brazen. I don't know braise. I know bruise. What is this? Hold on. We're back. I feel like alkaline now with these immediate tangents onto Wikipedia. This is Wiktionary though, but whatever. Alternative spelling of braise. Okay. To join two metal pieces. Obsolete. To burn or temper in a fire. Okay, we're talking about something else then. A dish. Usually meat. Wait. Verb. Sorry, verb. To cook in a small amount of liquid. In a covered pan. Somewhere between steaming and boiling. Fuck me.
Beep, let me up, please.
No, you're staying in there, Roboyuk. Isn't that like the thing you do with eggs? Wait, that is broiled eggs. No, it's not broiled eggs. No, there's an egg thing that's something similar to that, right? I forget the name of it. There's like a thing that you can do that with eggs, right? I forget what it's called. Is Wikipedia transparent? No, this thing is on top. Sorry, my webcam view is on top with additive blending. There's a whole London broil wiki page. What the fuck is a London? What? How ironic that it's London broil, but the broil term is obsolete now. Here, in the US, grill is a style of cooking with a particular machine thingy. Wait, really? Wait, so it's not just a barbecue? Oh my god, I was resting my finger on the webcam and it just burned me. Oh, what? Why is it that hot? This isn't even a leap motion. Thankfully, I'm using 2D. I'm being 2D, so the leap motion is not adding to the heat in my room. Is grill in America not just barbecue then? I think they call grilling barbecuing, and to grill is putting something in the oven with the top heat only on. Using the top part of the oven on high heat. Grill, cat, friend. Cat grill. I think they call grilling barbecuing, and to grill is putting something in the oven with the top heat only on. That matches what I know? Question mark? Scrolling. Grilling in any usage is to cook in a barbecue grill. Okay. Or a stovetop grill pan. Oh, interesting. On top. Huh. Braise is to stew it down slowly in some amount of liquid. Temperature's still rising. It is? It's gonna keep rising for a while? You mean steamed eggs? No, I don't. I don't. It's got some weird name. Maybe it's... I forget what it is. It's Eggs Benedict, right? It's Eggs Benedict. Also, bucko is like a dish made from braising. Okay, I don't know what that is. Poached eggs? Is it poaching? Oh my god. Okay. I'm getting kind of hungry with all this talk about cooking terms, even though I'm not knowing what the terms are. Also, this flipping LCD has been powered up all this time, so let's hope it wasn't dying. I'm gonna unplug it for a second. That's not really gonna do any good, but... Alright, I'm gonna turn on the oscilloscope. There it is. And adjust my noise gate now, so that it's more readily cutting out the fan sound. Grab some probes. Okay. Scope is ready. I mean, not really. It just beeped and it's still showing a black screen. Okay, now it's ready. Let's turn this on. This already should be on, but it's not. How do I force it to reload? Wakey, wakey, browser source. Why are we not getting the oscilloscope? What the fuck? Wait, why? Why is the oscilloscope view suddenly not working? Huh? Why is my oscilloscope view not working now? What the? What's going on here? This usually works. Hi Yak, welcome. Huh, I actually can't connect to it over the network. What's going on here? Let's unplug the cable and plug it back in. Does it have a different IP address? Why would its IP address have changed though? I thought I gave it a constant IP address anyway. Can I connect now? I cannot. What is going on today? What is happening? What is happening? Hi Kadayon, welcome. Nova! Hi! Today we learned that Yook's room heats up so much because of a webcam. No, it's not. That's the least of it. I'm probably adding more. Not, you know, that's not me trying to riz myself. Okay, where is this thing again? Utility, system status, that's not the one. IO? Network? IP set. 1629. Is that the correct one? Yeah, it has the correct IP address. But why can I not connect to it then? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, I can't connect to it at all. Like, it's like it doesn't exist. Hang on a second. When I was moving stuff around on my desk, did I, like, budge the cable out of my network switch? 1 second. 1 second. I did budge my network switch. In before my stream goes down. Hold on. Oh boy. Where is it? Where is it? Is this the yellow one that should be connected? Okay, which one is it? This one? What the hell? Man, I'm confused. Man, I'm confused. Oh man. Am I just gonna have to probe and you'll have to take my word for it because you can't see anything on screen? Wait, the scope is behaving a bit weirdly actually. It's showing like a... It's got the LED on its network port even when I unplug the network cable. What the hell? I've never seen this before. Mind you, I don't usually stare at the network port on my scope, but... So... What if I disconnect this and reconnect this? Nothing? Oh boy, oh boy. Do I need to restart my scope? Is my scope just gradually dying? It, like, I've had it less than a year. But the other day I turned it on and the screen was just white. It went through like the sequence of LEDs on it and stuff, so it was like clearly working, but the screen itself wasn't working. I was able to shut it down by holding power button as well, like normal. So that was the screen fucking up. Is now the network interface fucking up? Let's try rebooting the scope and see if it works this time. Oh my goodness. Alright, it's off. Send it back on. Okay, we have a different light on now. Wait, for a moment it came on. Okay, yes, it's communicating. With the network. Okay. Let's see if it works when it fully boots up. It flashed its little orange LED. Oh my goodness. Why is anyone watching this train wreck of a stream? What's going on here? Okay, let's see if I can access it now. Yeah, now it just magically works. What the? It is... What? Why is this thing dying? Okay, anyway, I should be able to turn it on now. You should see it. You still don't see it. Oh my god. That's a bit big. But you do see it. Okay, nice. Wow, that was weird. Very concerning, to be honest. Can I view this at like... Oh, whatever. Anyway, here you go. You can kind of see it. This is a very messy, just overlaid thing. So, whatever. I tried rebooting it. I did, and that fixed it. I did. I see you can program microcontroller too in Visual Studio Code. Yeah, this is using something called Platform IO, which is an extension. Perpetuum Mobile. The room heats up from Yook on account of how it is. Perpetuum Mobile. Is that like a literal translation of perpetual motion machine in German? Because the room heats up and the cat heats up the room. Hi, STM32! Welcome, welcome! Did the redeems come through? Or have the redeems now broken as well? Let me see. Yep, the redeems have broken as well! Amazing! Everything is breaking and falling apart! Ah! Sorry, that was horribly loud. Alright, let's restart my streaming setup too! Why not? Why not? Wait, my streaming setup's not even running. What the fuck? Huh? When did my streaming setup stop running? What is happening? What? Okay, let me just run my streaming setup again, I guess. What is actually happening? What is happening? What is happening?
Connecting.
Okay. What is going on? Thank you for the hydration posture check, Acetin. Thank you for the Pat's cabbage. Sheesh, what the... Hi, Mirai EXDD. XDD. I'm really sorry that I missed your message. Everything was going wrong. Am I a computer engineer? Nah. Well, I don't really know what that means. I program for fun. I've never had a paid job for it, though. Welcome, welcome. Oh my god, thank you for the raid, Cat Ion. I'm so sorry! My streaming setup had gone down as well. I didn't even realize. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh my god, what a terrible streamer I am. I'm so sorry. If any of you are still around, thank you, thank you. Holy crap, let me follow. Sorry, not follow, let me shout out. Maybe follow him, but I'm so sorry. What an awful first impression. Oh man, I'm sorry. Where did it happen? I can't even find it in the chat thing anymore. Oh man. There it was. Oh, Yak came from the raid. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me shout you out. Holy crap. SQL fluff. Let's keep making it better. Data engineering. Interesting. How was your stream? If you're still here, I would understand if you're not. Hi. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Sorry, you caught me mid every single thing breaking. Ah!
Cheese.
Why cheese? Thank you for the pants, Myriad. There was also hydration and posture check from Acetin. Oh my goodness. What else did I miss? What else did I miss?
Resmart the sequel.
Wait, where did I put my new... Oh, it's right here. It's almost in view of the camera. There it is. Getting back into the stream thing. Mostly work on an SQL linter called SQL Fluff. I see. Is this a thing that you're making? Thank you for the hydration. And I will also post a check. Yeah. There we are. Stretched. The cat is now slightly longer. Oh. It's a project that I'm one of the core maintainers. Oh, cool. Okay. Nice. Hello, hi. I guess I should introduce myself as well. I'm a weird cat that's dying of heat right now. That's why I have a heat haze. The thermometer over there says that my room temperature is 34.3 degrees. Thank you, cabbage. Thank you. Anyway, Flipping this oscilloscope is finally working now, so let's probe something. The thing that I'm working on, to be precise. I'm working currently on making like a little electronic pet thing, like a Tamagotchi. Right now I'm trying to get the LCD to work. I know the LCD does work, unless I've just killed it, which is certainly not outside the bounds of possibility. But yeah, I'm trying to make it work with this little microcontroller. I'm gonna temporarily turn off these views for a moment while I connect things. Wobble view levels increasing. They are. I hope it went well though, carry on. Hope it went well. Hope stream was kind to you. I hope it's not too hot where you are as well. You know. Streaming is harder when it's hot. So yeah. Okay, I need to connect the ground clip of this probe, which is slightly annoying. Okay, I've done it. Thank you for the pat switch are in sync with the music. Let me connect the other probes as well. We'll just probe all three at once. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this on the LCD itself, so I'll just hope that the... yeah, no, I will. I will be able to. Slightly Long Yook. Slightly Long Yook is a very cute name. I usually call it a short Long Yook, which is silly. Thank you for the pats, Erickson. Hi, Erickson. Welcome. I could start saying welcome. Okay, that's the second channel. And the third channel. And then when these are all connected, I'll put the view back on. Connect all the grounds together. And then we're in business. Right, we're in business. So, it's actually going to be really annoying to try to be probing from this angle. The camera here. Hang on. Oh my god, I'm struggling so much right now. This was meant to be like such an easy stream. Oh, I actually can't physically fit the camera here anymore. Okay, I'm going to have to change the streaming setup then. Right, these probe ground thingies take up too much space. What happens if I just turn the camera on now? What does it see? I was expecting worse, to be honest. Okay, let's see. So we want to probe it would be good to probe the data and clock lines to make sure that's happening correctly. Well, I guess actually first of all I want to probe the clock and this one. Data / command. So let me probe which one shall I use? I don't really care. So we want this one. Wait, which one is it? 1, 2, 3, these ones, right? So we want this one. And this one. If I manage to do this without touching the resistor by mistake, this will be amazing. Right, let's plug it in and see what happens. Oh my god, this is getting so hot in my room that it feels like I'm like breathing steam. This is disgusting. Okay, one of these lines has gone high. Hi Nora, welcome. Let's make this roll and we'll just see what happens. When I press reset to make it do it again. Boop. Alright, something's happened. Let's set up a trigger on channel 3. which is the blue one. I'm gonna turn off this one. And then we will set the threshold correctly. And yeah, press reset. Boop. Okay. Wait. Am I just too far zoomed in? Let's zoom out a bit. A lot. And press reset again. Boop. Well, there we are. Okay, so it goes all low for a while. Blah, 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 blah. I guess it's the Arduino holding the reset line of the STM32 though. And then stuff starts happening. This looks kind of nice. Oh my goodness, I can zoom in far enough to see a clean clock signal. Well, it's a bit messy when I zoom really far in, but... Wait, what is happening? Wait, what is... Hang on. Wait, what's happening? Something is really wrong with my scope. Like, it just suddenly thought that I zoomed in really, really far and then wouldn't zoom back out. I don't know what's going on with this scope. I'm kind of worried. Why cheese? Yuki displaying her multiculturality by enjoying a Finnish sauna. Oh, I'm not enjoying it. It feels like it, but I'm not enjoying it. It feels like one. Question is, when I throw some cheese, will it melt on Yuki's forehead? In this weather, yes. Unfortunately, I haven't implemented that in my streaming setup. Okay, so blah 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 blah. We can turn off decoding as well. Get out of here. So we send some things, and then the thing goes high, and it looks like we're never sending the data, right? The data that we send should happen when this line is high. So when the yellow line is high, right? We should be sending lots of data, but we're not. No data gets sent. So that'll be why we're not seeing any data on the screen. We're not sending any data. We're not sending any pixel data for some reason. I don't know why that is. I wonder if this is getting stuck and never stopping. Are we getting stuck in this loop? I wonder. I wonder if we're getting stuck in this loop. As a test, let's make it so that immediately after we draw the sprite, we set the data command pin low.
Stuck in a loop.
Stuck in a loop. Yeah, I think we might be stuck in a loop here. But I'm not sure. Let's see. Send him a data. I would love to, but I can't right now. I'm not sure why. I don't think we're reaching that part. Oh, hang on. Wait, there's a really easy way to test. Let's just remove the call to this function and then see if we send pixels, which will all be blank. I could hardcode them to like all be on, actually. That would test the interfacing with the LCDs working. But let's yeah, let's see. So we're just gonna do this and then send pixels all. Let's upload and prepare to capture. Oh, it is prepared to capture actually. On the scope. We're gonna see something? Reset. Huh. We are not sending data. Still. Interesting. That's a whole lot of nothing. This is the clock line I've got it connected to, right? It's always going up and down. So that's probably the clock, but let's double check. I have it connected to the rightmost of those three. And the rightmost of those three is the clock. This one, and this one. And we've got it on this one. So we're currently probing this and this, by the way. This is blue and this is yellow. So this is the clock for the data, and this is whether we're currently sending... Oh, clock for data or command, just the SPI signal. And then this is high if it's data, or low if it's a command. And it's going high because it's wanting to send data, but it's not sending it. So... And it's not because of getting stuck in this loop, because it's still not sending it even if I do this. we should be seeing it sending out a load of bytes. Many more than this. We should see like a big block of blue when zoomed out. But we're seeing nothing. And not sure why that is. Not sure why that is. The only thing that I've changed is... The only thing I've changed is moving into SPI init. Sorry, the only thing I've changed is... Oh, shit! Whoops. One of these was meant to disable and one of them was meant to enable, but I copy and pasted and changed them both to disable. Whoops. Whoops. This is meant to be enable. When we're wanting to send pixel data, we should be enabling SPI transmission using DMA. Okay, that would explain it. Let's enable it instead. Whoops. Alright, let's try again. Upload! Let's see what happens this time. Okay, let's zoom out and press reset so we see a lot of things happening, hopefully. Okay, I need to zoom out further than that. Reset again. Oh yeah, look at that! Hell yeah! Now we see a huge blue block. The stuff we were seeing before was this little block here. And now, look at all this! I think I was so far on such a big wide time scale when I captured this that it's gonna look like crap when I zoom in, but let's zoom in anyway. Why does it do that? Okay, there's some kind of bug where when I zoom in too far, it just like suddenly jumps. Huh! This is a repeatable bug. Look at that. When I zoom in too far, it like does something like overflow and it jumps me back to the left. Look at that. I zoom in on this section. Zoom, 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 zoom. But when I zoom past here, bleh, it's just suddenly jumped to somewhere completely different as I zoom out. Interesting. I'm discovering new bugs about this scope all the time, apparently. Hi, DocCracked, welcome, welcome. Hi, SmashMax, welcome, welcome as well. Hi, hi. Alright, we're sending stuff. That's really, really nice. Unfortunately, we're sending emptiness to the display, so we're not seeing anything on it. But let's re-enable the drawing of the sprite and see if we see a sprite on the LCD. This thing is extremely unlikely. Let's try it anyway. Let's try it. Save and upload. See if we see anything. It has uploaded. Do I see anything on it? My own eyes. I do not see anything on it. And I expect that's because I need to use different settings in order for it to be visible at 3.3 volts. So these are the numbers I can change. This one ranges from 0 to 3. I don't think I need to touch this. This one ranges from 0 to 7, and this ranges from 0 to 127, if I remember rightly. These affect how the LCD itself is driven by the LCD driver that's like behind the LCD. I can't see it. So where is my init thing again? Ah, here it is. So yeah, this one ranges from 0 to 7. This one ranges from 0 to 127. Why is my thread making disgusting noises? So let's try using different numbers and see if we see anything. I'm gonna try increasing VOP for a start. I don't wanna do too big a jump, but let's see. I'm expecting that when, I'm gonna gradually increase this and we should, at some point, see the LCD basically just go mostly black. Let's see. Just a little bit of trial and error. I should really make a thing that sweeps through the values, I guess, automatically rather than me having to upload. Yeah, Still nothing, actually. It's still nothing. That's concerning. It's very concerning. Very concerning. Big concern. Let me look at the original library and see what values it recommended. Like, there's no sign of anything happening yet. Like, not even just like flickering on the LCD. I've probably killed it somehow. I don't know how though. There's too much stuff I can get out of here. Thank you for the pants! So here's the original library, which is for some reason appearing at a small size. And I have to zoom in and then the entire interface gets bigger. Or nothing happens. There it is. So their examples. They gave an example of what to use.
Yuki's smile makes you feel warm,
Oh,
like a blanket pulled close in a passing storm. It settles in slow, no rush, no sting, just quiet joy like your favorite thing.
oh, that is so
It
well
isn't loud,
spoken.
it doesn't ask, just lifts the weight like an easy task. A
Task?
single glance and all feels right, a smile turning grey days light.
Smile makes you feel warm, like a blanket pulled close in a passing storm. Aww! I wish that was happening right now. I'm way too hot though. It settles in slow, no rush, no sting. Just quiet joy like your favorite thing. Aww. Jeez! Thank you for the pants, but not for the G's. Hi, Nuge. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Okay, so they're suggesting B1, but B1 is that, and that will be without this bit set. So 31 is what they are suggesting. 31. So actually a lower value than I had originally used. And what are they suggesting for this one? 0x13 or 0x14? What does that mean? That means 0x13, 0x1. Where's the calculator?
Testicles.
Ah! 1, 3. And which one are we turning off? We're turning off this bit. Which should be 3 on here rather than 5. Well, let's try lowering it to 4, I guess. Close this in case Visual Studio does something weird with it. Uploading. Why is it not resetting the scale? There we are. I'm seeing nothing, like absolutely nothing at all. I must be doing something wrong somewhere, like something really silly. Why am I like... Did I take it out of power down mode?
Yuki's one of best cat girls and deserves all head pats.
Aww.
I hope her day is well, along with chat's day going well.
Aww.
Yoon.
Love Yoon. She's what she meant to say. Welcome back, Hakuna. Hi, Uni. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Stravinkle. You lost another LCD. Free after Red October. Free after Red October. What? I can get free LCDs after October? Well, how about I don't put it into power down mode? Let's try not putting it into power down mode. When I'm doing the setting up stuff. Power down. This one. So let's not do that. 0. Power down. Disable. And then we don't need to disable power down mode there because we've already done it. Okay. Does that magically make it work? Is power down a thing that we can never come out of? Unless we reset. I'm still seeing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh my god. Why am I seeing nothing at all? I'm gonna need a sanity check soon. I'm gonna, well, I mean, for myself, but also for the LCD. Just comparing what I'm sending when setting it up versus what the, you know, what the thingy, old library, Arduino library is sending. So we should be stopping resetting and Let me just probe the reset pin. That's the pin on the far left. And that should just be going low and then high before... I mean, it should be like staying low for ages, I guess, but... Let's... Right. Probing. Ah, this is a pain. That one, right. There. Oh, it's getting very tight here. I don't know if that's making contact. Let's just see. Let's turn it on. It is making contact because it's high. Okay, so it's this pink line at the top now. Man, I'm gonna change to not being on additive mode because this is incredibly hard to make out what the hell's going on. There you go. Just put it back to standard, slightly transparent. So this pink line that's currently high at the top is the reset line, and it should be low when I press reset on the Arduino, and then it should just go high. Let's watch it on roll mode. So we should see it like flick low for a moment to trigger a reset. Okay, yes, it looks like it did. Kind of surprised that it went low for such little time there. Thought it'd stay low for a while. Let's see, let's try again. Reset. Oh, sorry. Single. Okay, so the reset line goes low here. The pink line. Then it should go high here. Yep. So this is active low. So at this point the LCD should be out of reset state. And then wait, why is the SPI line high at this point? Wait, why is this... Wait. What the fuck? Why is the SPI data line high at this point? Oh, it's the clock line, actually. Well, if the clock line is high at this point... Oh, right! I should probably enable SPI before I take it out of reset. Yeah, so the SPI line is in the correct state. Okay, there's a chance that it's interpreting nonsense data because SPI was not in the correct state when it came out of reset. Okay, let's set up these things. Let me keep it in reset state. Now we initialize SPI, and then we take it out of reset state. And then we do the settings. Then we clear the array. Okay, let's try again. Boop. Hi, Sea of Tranquility. Welcome, welcome. The clock line is going crazy. Yeah, it's clocking. Clock my data. Still nothing on the LCD. Okay, let's see. Zoom out a bit. A lot, actually. And press reset again. Boop. Okay. So reset line is low. Then it goes high. Oh, look at that now. The pink line, sorry, the cyan line goes down into the correct state before it releases the reset line. So that's good. And then it starts clocking in some things. And then eventually it finishes clocking all the settings. The yellow line goes high. And if we zoom out even further, we should see it sending data there. I don't know why it takes so long for it to start sending data. Like, does it really take that long to draw a sprite? How much time is that? Let's measure it. Where's my other one? So from like there to there. What the fuck? That's like 9 milliseconds. That's huge amount of time. Why is so much time passing? Oh, is it memset that's taking 9 milliseconds to clear stuff? What the fuck? That's insane if that's the case. No, this is not the LCD. This is the this is our signals that we're sending the LCD. The microcontroller is having a long delay. Yeah, the gap. All we should be doing is drawing a thing. There is a chance that this is like going very wrong and like, yeah, stuff. Well, let's just come into that. And then upload again. Bang the bits into submission. Bang the bits. Uploading. Okay. Are we all the way over there? Let's reset. Boop. Okay, there's no super long delay between them anymore. I mean, there's still a bit of a delay, man. So what's the delay now? This is us not drawing anything though, so from here over to here. Okay, we're sub 1 millisecond now. 1 microsecond would be amazing. Okay, we're sub 1 millisecond now. That's more like what I expected. So the problem might have been memset, or the problem might have been the drawing of the sprite. Let's put the drawing of the sprite back and see if the thingy becomes slow again. Uploading. Okay, we've got to zoom out again and reset it. Boop. Holy crap. Okay, it's the drawing of the sprite. So from... Wait. Yeah, from like there to there. Oh, they both were kind of slow. This is like 5.5 milliseconds. I don't know why this is as slow as that. That should not be that slow. It should just be looping over like a... It shouldn't even be touching many bytes. But anyway, this is all besides the point, I guess. If you want to be able to see something on the LCD, you know what we could do? There is like a kind of a test mode on the LCD, which doesn't require you to clock in any data, like pixel data. You can just put it into all display segments on mode. And let's just see if that happens, I guess. 0, 1. In which instruction was that? What am I doing, man? Which thingy is it? This one. So 0, 0, 0, 1. Sorry, 0, 0, 0, and then 1, 1, 0, 0. Hang on. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. This display. Hang on. This display control thingy. Ah, okay, no, that's correct. It is while H is 0. Because we disable... So H is the so-called extended instructions then. And we disable it here. So by doing this command without H, with H being 0, we're doing this, hopefully 0, 0, 0, 0. This one's not a bit, this is something else. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, D0E. So this is... Alright, I'm gonna change these for a moment. I'm gonna change these. Let's do the old switcheroo. Let's say 0, don't pay attention to pixel data, and 1, turn on everything. So don't pay attention to pixel data in RAM. Y, do invert colors, or all pixels on. Sure. Anyway, let's see if that does anything. I highly doubt that it will. We don't need to be like sending anything else now. We don't even need to be sending this or this. This is all just done in the initialization. Upload. Do we see anything? Anything at all? This will like massively narrow down where the problem is. Okay, I'm still seeing nothing. Well, I don't know where the problem is. I'm gonna cut power to it and then plug it back in, just because I can. But yeah, I'm not... Oh man, I'm not seeing anything. Let me reset this and do this again. And we can see everything that's being sent. Well, not really. I don't have the data line connected, only the clock line, but you can see that some things are being sent. Is it worth me, like, trying to probe, like, decode the data again? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's disconnect these probes from here. Actually, you know what? I'll keep that one in. And for the other one, I'll probe further away. Which one is the other one? So we have purple. And the purple is there. Okay, so we should be probing the thingies. Do invert colors. Do who invert colors? Okay, are we getting something when I press the reset button now? You can just turn that one off and press reset. Yes, okay, we're seeing yellow going up and down as well, so we should be able to decode this. Oh my god, what is this stupid bug where when I zoom in too far, it just disappears? This is bugging me. Okay, let's turn on the decoding thingy. Boop. Oops. What the? What do you mean 1-1? Have I got it set the wrong way around? I got the wrong thing on the wrong thing. I think I got the wrong thing on the wrong thing. Signal clock on this channel. Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's completely misconfigured. Clock is on this channel now. And data is on this channel. I think. What the hell? I just disabled it by mistake. There we are. Okay. So let's zoom in now and have a look at everything. So the first thing that happens is we send. Oh my god. We send 001 00001. Okay, that is correct. We are indeed receiving that. And what does that mean? 001 00 means that it's a function set. And then the last three things here are 001, which means power down mode is off, vertical addressing mode is off, and extended instruction set is on. Okay, next thing that's sent is 0000 0100. Okay, yeah, that's correct. It's fine. So that's 00000, which is that, and then 1. Wait. 0000. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, never mind. 00001 is what I meant to say. 00001 there. So this is the temperature coefficient thingy. And yeah, whatever. I'm just I'm making that be 0. Fine, I guess. Question mark? It's always worth to look at fancy oscilloscope graphs. Yeah. While listening to the stream, I had a dumb idea and I managed to get 8.8.8.8 to send a DNS request to my laptop that I port forwarded. What? What? I mean, congratulations, I guess. Okay, that is what I expected it to be. Next. 0001 0000. Except it's actually 0100 because I'm sending some value. Wait. 001. Oh, hold on. Oh no, wait. Wait. Hang on, this one's a little suspicious. 0001 0001 0. That. Never mind, that is correct. That's absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. God damn it, I keep hoping that I've made a mistake, but I keep on not making mistakes. Help! I want an obvious mistake. Next. It's the 1001111. So that's just this one, and then a value. Okay, fine. Then what's next? What's next? We have 0, 0, 1. Okay, let's just work out what this is. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. And then 1, 0, 0. Oh, shit! That's saying power down. Whoops. Whoops. This is saying power down. As well as... Whoops. Okay, that should be 0. I don't think that would be the reason why. I said it power down in the end. Yeah, apparently. Okay, well, I guess let's re-upload it and try it, right? It's worth a try. I've turned off the wrong thing. There we are. Alright, upload. Still nothing on the display, of course. So let's keep looking. That isn't broken? Oh, you're getting way ahead of yourself. It might be. Okay, so still nothing. So what's next? 0. Where are we? Wait, did it recapture? Did the display update? It looks like it did. Okay, so 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, okay, so wait, oh, you're not seeing it. Fuck! Sorry. Yeah, this trace, which I'm trying to point to in the background. I can't really. Okay, so this trace here that I'm pointing to at the top left of this window, updated. So 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So no power down, no vertical, and turning off extended instruction mode. Which means that we can now access the instructions in this table instead of this table. Which we're about to do. Here. And here. So next up is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, which we can see on the right hand side of the trace there on the oscilloscope. Let's just see what that's actually doing. So that's doing 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. And then 0, 0, 1, which is D, 0, and E. So that's 0 and 1. So that's all the space segments on that I tried to make it do. Okay. And then we do some setting of position and blah, blah, blah. It shouldn't even matter doing anything after that at that point. It should just turn on all segments. Like, that should be the end of what we need to do to make it do anything. But let's just see what this is doing. This is ensuring that the command line is high, and then we're sending these two commands, which I think if we zoom out a bit will just be like, oh, okay, we need to take another capture. Boop. Okay, we need to zoom out even further, apparently. Boop. There they are. These last two things on the end there are here. So this is just a byte with the 7th bit set, and then a byte with the 8th bit set, which should be to go to X0 and Y0. Yes, this is the 8th bit set, and they're all zeros. And this is the 7th bit set, and they're all zeros. Ah! Then cheese goes on my head. And like, it moves a bit, even though I'm 2D. The data line doesn't need to flip during the high clock, right? It reads on the high clock, according to this. Somewhere. There it is. I just skipped past it. So the data changes while the clock is low, and then the clock goes high. And when it goes low, the data can change again. Let's just take a really close look. Well, I can't take a super close look because flipping thingy stops updating or jumps to a weird position when I do that. But anyway, yeah, it's holding steady at the moment that the clock goes high. Let's separate these two lines so it's easier to see because they're on top of each other right now. There you go. So yeah, it's always stable at the moment that the blue line goes high. I guess we could slide over to one of the earlier bits. There you go. So I think the cheese is melting. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I have some presents for people's birthdays in my room, and they're chocolate, some of them, so that it must be just a big puddle right now, I think. Anyway. Alright, that's all looking correct. It's also at like 500 kilohertz rather than the clock is at 500 kilohertz, which is like well below the 4 megahertz. So that should be fine. I think you need to shift the data signal to the right a bit. No, it should be fine. It should be fine. But also I can't do that, so basically it reads at the moment that the clock goes high. The transition from the clock being low to high is when it reads. It's not like reading the entire time that the clock is high, if that's what you're worried about. I think they've all gone to the chocolatey gates by now. The chocolatey gates. Where's my code thingy? I'm just staring at a black screen. Well, you're staring at the oscilloscope view, which is quite nice. Where's my code editor? Here it is. Rising is the word. Yes. On the rising edge. Edgema. I'm saying nothing. Like, really, really super nothing at all. I'm gonna try... something must be wrong. Something is wrong, surely. I'm going to give this a close look at, like, I'm just going to turn off the webcam to be able to do this, so I'm going to hold it up to my face. Just a quick sanity check, or maybe not so quick, actually. Let's just ensure all of the connections are as I think that they are. Nothing. H2 master. Okay, let's see. And before, like, I've put the LCD like one pin to the side or something. No, unfortunately, it's not the case. Okay, so this one is ground. And taking the voltage from there. 3.3 volts? I already measured that, so I don't know why I'm looking at it again, but... Reset line is there. It's not touching anything by mistake. Okay. I've already measured the reset line as well, and we've seen that that's working as well. Got the capacitor on across the power supply. Grey is connected to pin 11. Let's just double check. Pin 11 is the serial clock. And purple is connected to pin 13, which is the master and slave in. Blue is connected to pin 20, which is a generic thing that I'm using for something. Data/command, okay. And we've seen that that's correct as well. I've been probing that. I jinked myself with the stream title. Oh man, every time. Every time. How could I have broken this though? The annoying thing is to be able to test this, like, it's a pain in the ass. I'd have to disconnect a bunch of these wires again and connect it back to the Arduino. It's reaching the point where I think I might do that though, just to make sure that I haven't destroyed the display. And if it works, then I can check the exact data that's being sent out by the Arduino as well, you know? I think it's about time that I try it. There's nothing, like, how would I have killed it? Like, just from static electricity, I guess? Like, I don't think there's anything in this circuit that could have killed it. But like it's been sitting on my desk and I've moved it around a bit every now and then. Did it just die from static electricity? Of being cat handled? Man, that's sad if that's the case. Is there a working implementation online? Something that definitely worked with the LCD. Yeah, there is. That's what I mean. I might connect the thingy back to the Arduino and use the Arduino library, which worked. Thank you very much for the follow, Spiegelfechter. Cat's fur creates a lot of static electricity. True. I don't have much though. You killed it with static. If you killed it, I'll leave my hand. Okay. On record. On record, trade splatter. Nuke serial port killer. That's pretty good. I'm gonna be so curious to see what I'm doing differently though. You know? You know, just as a real sanity check, I'm gonna like ensure that the data really, or the signals from the STM32 really are arriving at the LCD as well. Like I'm just gonna touch the probe to the actual pin on the LCD. In case there's something wrong with the breadboard or the wires. This is like obviously probably not the case, but let's just try anyway because the next stage is disconnecting a bunch of stuff, so it's a pain in the ass. So let's do the stuff that's not a pain first. Okay, let's just have the LCD back on screen. I can't really show you the camera view. Camera view is amazing right now, look at that. Brilliant. So we'll just show this instead. 35C. Yeah, it's awful. It's extremely awful. I would not be able to be surviving if I weren't a VTuber. Because being a VTuber affords some, yeah, possibilities. Alright, I'm probing on the voltage. Wait, I should probably connect the Arduino first. Boop. Okay, it's plugged in. I'm now connecting the... Yeah, let me just turn off everything except for the yellow. Get out of here. Okay, so yellow is now... I'm connecting it to the VCC line. And sure enough, that is high. Nice. The pin to the right of that is... clock. So, sure, let's... Oh, hang on, let me do the actual thing. Okay, that's VCC. Next one over should be the clock line. I'm gonna press reset on the Arduino. Okay, this is not a great connection. You can see something happening there. But something's not good enough. So let's capture it when it actually happens and take a close look. Why am I seeing nothing? Reset. Oh, hang on a second. No, the trigger's not set up on this channel. Whoops. Okay, trigger on channel 1. There we are. It's still triggering on the channel that I turned off. Alright, reset. There we are. That sure looks like a clock signal to me. Next one over is the data. So we should see that go on and off a bit, but not in a super consistent way, but it should still be clean. Oh, hang on. Ugh. Okay, there we are. Wait, which one am I probing? Okay, let's reset. And there it is. Yep, that looks like data to me. To the left of that is the data / command. So I've got clock, data, and the DC line, which should be low at first and then go high. I'm gonna zoom out a bit there because it takes a little while. Boop. Yep, sure. That looks like low and then high. And then to the left of that, we have the chip enable line. So let's make sure that's, let's just roll. Let's make sure that's actually, wouldn't it be funny if the chip enable line was just like not being held low, so the chip was just not enabled the entire time? I mean, it looks low to me. The noise on the probe disappeared. I mean, zoom in a bit. So here you have like a noisy-ish, this is a floating probe. And now I'm gonna touch it to the chip enable line. Whoop. Whoop, hang on, I can't get a good connection. What the? What the? Sorry, I'm zooming the wrong way. Huh. What the fuck? What am I looking at? Wait, what? I connected to the breadboard. Okay, that's on the breadboard now. Why is it like noisier when it's connected to the breadboard than when it's floating? What the fuck? Well, let me probe the ground line, just for, as a sanity check. Does it look the same? Because it should be directly connected to the ground line. Yeah, the ground line looks the same. Interesting. I'm gonna turn off my LED lighting on my desk and see if it goes away. The classic. Interesting. Oh well. Okay, and the furthest on the left is the reset line, which should be low at first and then go high as well. So it's high right now, or it should be. It's not though. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Am I looking at the wrong one? I am looking at the wrong one. There we are. Okay, so it's high. Zoom back. Okay, there we are. And then reset. And it should be low first and then go high. Yeah, that looks fine. Looks fine. Everything is doing what I thought it was doing. Let's just press reset to get a clean look at that. Take a close look at that reset line. And there I'm being able to take a close look and it's not going off to a weird position. I think it's I wonder if that effect there, where it's like creeping up bit by bit, I wonder if that's like, huh, how interesting is that? Let me take another snapshot of that. Let's press reset now that I'm zoomed in. Oh, okay, never mind. It's the artifact of how it's being probed, I think. It doesn't look like that when I'm zoomed in. But if I zoom out and do it again and zoom in. How zoomed out was I originally? I think I was like there. Reset. Zoom in. Oh, it doesn't look like it now. Why did it look like that before? Interesting. You could buy one of those USB power cables that have a capacitor to reduce that noise. I guess. I mean, like it's stuff from nearby that's the problem, I think. Like it's just picking stuff up from nearby. Like it's, the noise is not between ground and power, which is what the capacitor is for cleaning out. That's something, I'm not sure what it is between actually. Well, I'm sending everything that I thought I was sending and it's not working. In order to see if it works when I connect it back to the Arduino. Oh, what a pain in the ass. What an actual pain in the ass. This is going to be to connect it back up. Oh, man. Man, shall I do it? Shall I do it? I guess I have to do it at this point. 0.2 degrees for 7 minutes. It's the hottest part of the day for me. Alright, Arduino, come back. It's awful. It's extremely awful. But I have a bowl of water that my feet are resting in, so that's the only reason I'm still alive. And the fact that I'm not really wearing anything. Okay. Here's the Arduino one. And have I written down which pins everything's connected to? Of course not! That'd be way too useful. That's annoying, isn't it? Does the library tell me what things should be connected to? How am I supposed to know? Big VTuber money? No. It's, this is remarkably cheap for what it is. I think I got it for like, I can't remember, like 400 pounds? But I've been wanting one for a long time. Yeah, for some reason the Siglant scopes are much cheaper than like other similar ones. Hashtag not sponsored, by the way. Hold on, which one is it? 1104XE. I'm just gonna link to the thing. Yeah, look at this. Well, is it safe to show this on screen? I think it's safe to show this on screen. I think. A little bit scared. Ta-da! Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I was expecting it to be in the thousands. I mean, that's the real price, obviously, because you can't buy it without VAT, but... And if anyone's interested, there it is. Long time. Long time. Yes, I was wondering for a long time. But no, I bought that myself. That wasn't on Throne or something. I can steal one from my uni and send it to you. I don't know. Keep me out of this. Okay, where are we? Does it say what pins? It doesn't. How did I know how to wire it up? What the fuck? How did I know this at the time? I have no memory of how I did this. I'd have to watch my previous stream. Oh, right. They do it by ports. Okay, hold on. So it's the ports. I think I modified it. Did I modify and say? Did I modify which port it is? I really don't want to get into this now. I really don't want to get into this now. This is annoying stuff where I'd have to look up which pins on the port C map to... Sorry, which... Yeah. What the pin mapping of port C is on this thingy, and which I have saved and everything, and then connect it up and like disconnect all these things. I really don't want to do this now. Frankly, it's really hot. It's really hot. And I know this stream has been a huge, whatever the word is, anticlimax. But I kind of, I kind of wanna, ooh, okay. I don't think the LCD is dead. Because when I disconnect power, it flashes for a moment. I don't think the LCD is dead. It might be. But I'm not sure if it is. When I say flashes, I mean like a part of it suddenly went black. Yeah, just for a moment, because I disconnected the power. What is that emote? It looks so cursed. Too hot, everyone start blowing on her. Unless you have an ice cube in your mouth, I'm not sure. It takes 1 minute and saves 30 minutes the next time. Oh, you always sketch a quick fritzing sketch when I wire stuff up so I can look at that to wire. Yeah, that'd have been nice. That'd have been a good idea. I can't believe I didn't write the comments. Wait, did I? Hold on a second. Wait, did I write it in the H file? I wrote it in the H file. I wrote it in the H file, it's right here. I can't zoom in. There we are. Perfect. Perfect. Fuck off. Okay, never mind, I already wrote down the pins. Ta-da! Delicious potato? What do you mean? What is this? What is this? I'm only at 50%. Oh yeah. True, I guess. Okay, so I need to also connect the other ones. Man, okay, there's not an easy way to do this. Without just ripping all this out. I need to be really, 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 really careful, and I switch the power back over to 5 volts as well. And rather than keep it at 3.3 volts, otherwise that will kill it. Oh my god. Well, thankfully I never actually put the wires away that I pulled out earlier on. I guess I do it. I guess I do it. I'm pulling them out now. Okay. Out come these 3. And this one. There you are. Is this what you wanted? I kind of just want to leave them flapping in the wind, but I also like don't want them to short anything. Where can I put them? I can put them there, I guess. They're not connected to anything if I put them there. Okay. I know it's off camera. I'm sorry. I'm just plugging the wires into an adjacent section of the board. Okay, let's what? What am I trying to say? 5 volts. So wait, I've still got 3.3 volts. Let's disconnect that. And connect 5 volts now on the Arduino. Over to the VCC on the thingy. There we go. If we could get on that hole, that'd be amazing. I don't know why it won't go in. There it goes. And then, what else do we need? We need, the other 4 things. Man. Oh, I put these away though, didn't I? I think I did put some things away. Which ones did I put away? These ones, okay. I'm sorry for this extremely boring stream. Holy crap. This would be annoying to be doing on stream anyway, even if I weren't extremely tired, so... I mean, hot. We're missing out on slow-mo wire insertion and wiring as ASMR? I don't know. I should probably be ending stream. If I am absolutely fucking disgusting, as you can probably imagine, based on this temperature. I kind of want to have a shower, and I can't go to bed too late. I mean, I can't stop stream too late. I basically need to stop imminently if I'm to be able to eat dinner and have a shower before bed at this point. No magic smoke, please. I'll try. No promises. Oh my god. 0 promises. Food and shower are pretty important. Yeah. I'm trying to plug these in. I should just do this off stream. Man, if only the weather weren't so fucking disgusting, I could just do this off stream. Well, I mean, I could do it off stream anyway, but it would be, you know, a more unpleasant thing to do off stream. Take a shower, eat food. I should. Take a food, eat shower. Thank you for the pads. I hope those hands are made of ice. Otherwise, they're just making me even hotter. Okay, thank you. Purple and grey. Purple and grey. So purple and grey are gonna be... clock and data in. Purple and grey. Okay. I'm struggling to plug them in right now. I'm plugging to strug them in right now. Okay, everything is plugged in on the not the STM32, the LCD side. Now I just plug them in on the Arduino side. So, white and black. White is DC and black is reset. So reset pin 36, that's the black one. Let's plug that into 36 on the Arduino. There it is. And 37 for DC. That's the one next to it. Am I connecting this correctly, or am I off by one? I'm off by one. Nice. Anyway, now they're correct. Now I just need to connect the data and clock signals. And to do that, I have to, as always, look up a picture of the Arduino Mega's pin thingies. Arduino Mega 2560, or whatever, ICSP, SPI, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, these things. These things. Yes, this is what I want. Give me that image. So out is in the middle and clock is also in the middle, but okay, so clock's on the left. Alright, which one's which? How have I got these again? Clock is purple and data is grey. And then it becomes clock is orange and data is white. Data is... Wait, what am I talking about? White? There is no white. What the fuck did I say white for? There's orange and yellow. Man, I think my brain is actually becoming mush right now. I'm a cool Peter? Oh no. Okay. We don't have that joke of a organization over here. We have the RSPCA. That chooses to spend their time better than making parody Pokemon games to try to teach people. Anyway, so clock is purple and grey is data in. So then it becomes orange is clock. Orange is clock. Orange is clock. Right. Orange is clock. Okay. Orange is clock. Orange is clock. Orange. 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 That's it. They're connected. Everything's connected. Everything's connected. I'm double checking that I'm not gonna break something again. Wait, it looks correct. I guess we upload this now. I'm gonna disconnect the LCD first while it's uploading. Okay, LCD is disconnected. Now I'm plugging in the Arduino, and I make sure I'm gonna choose the correct thing. I'm gonna disconnect my... Yeah, I'm not sure which one it is. Whoops. Which one is it? Is it that one? Let's see if it disappears when I unplug it. COM8. There is no longer a COM8. Good, that's the one then. COM8. Okay, upload. It is really hard. Okay, it's compiling. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Hakan. Okay, it's uploaded. Now I'm disconnecting USB and I'm plugging in the LCD. Okay, let's turn back on the camera view now. So we can see if the LCD still works. Here it is, the moment you've all been waiting for. Not really, because we didn't think that it was dead at first, but whatever. Let's turn that on. This is a terrible view, what the hell? Okay, you should be able to see something, right? Let's plug it in. Do we get anything at all? I'm gonna press reset to make sure that actually... There it is! It's not dead! It's not dead! It's not dead. This is a terrible view of it. You've seen the photo there. Okay, interesting, interesting. So, how about we probe and see exactly what's arriving? I think that's going to be very interesting. What are we doing wrong? We now have an example that is working and one that's not working. At this moment, I'm going to disconnect the LCD as well, just to make sure that in probing, I don't accidentally kill it. And we'll just measure the signals that are arriving in the LCD, or would be arriving at the LCD. Okay. Oscilloscope. I choose you. Speaking of Pokemon. Alright. First of all, let's probe the... fuck it, let's just skip right to the chase. Let's probe the... Screw it, I'm probing the SPI lines. What data is being sent? We've got clock here, and we've got data there, I think. We'll find out in a moment. I'll have to reconfigure SPI, I think. Alright, pressing reset button so everything restarts. Boop! What the? What the? Oh, it's the huge sending of all the data? How long does it take? That long. Okay. Are we sending it twice? Why am I rendering it? I'm sending something twice. For a start, that's interesting. I don't know why I'm sending something twice. Alright, let's see. Why is the clock idle high there? Okay, these are swapped again. Oh no, or is it swapped? Wait, why are we sending out a 0, 0, 0, 0? Is this correct? Grok, is this true? I'm refreshing. What the? Hang on a second, I think I need to change the hold off on this so that it doesn't re-trigger for a while. Let's try like 2 milliseconds hold off. Boop! There we are. Okay, here's where it begins. What is the SPI decoding thing at the bottom showing? What the hell? There we are. That's weird. Alright, let's see what everything is. We should probably zoom out on the yellow a bit because it's 5-volt scale now. I like the little heartbeats on top of the blue line. Oh, I must have missed it. Oh yeah, I think that's interference from the LED display again. I don't know why the blue line looks like that actually. Oh, hang on. Is the ground properly connected? I think so. Does look a bit weird, doesn't it? Let's turn off the LEDs, lighting, and refresh. Wait, it still looks like that. That's weird. Anyway, we can decode it, so let's just see what the data is. The LCD was fine with it as well, so let's just see what it is. Okay, the first two things that I sent are... What? Well, that's not right. Okay, well, let me just configure the thingy. For a start, why is the data idling high? That's weird, but that it shouldn't, like, cause a problem. Hold on. Hold on. Am I probing the correct thing? I'm being suspicious here. What am I probing? Let me just keep this rolling for a minute. And we'll reset that to 0, and we reset this to 0. And I press reset. Okay. And we add the yellow line. Why am I seeing nothing now? What the hell? What is this triggering on? It's triggering on channel 1 rising edge. Oh my god, I'm way too far zoomed out. What's going on? Wait, what am I probing? Oh, I'm probing the... Oh my god. I was probing the power supply, that's why I wasn't triggering. Okay. This is a little bit suspicious. Is it like clocking on the... I mean, the decoded stuff is nonsense. Why is it decoding to 111111111? Have I accidentally got the channel swapped again? Okay, so channel 1 is clearly the clock, and channel 3 is the other one. The data, decode, signal, clock, channel 1. That's correct. Mostly is also channel 1. What the fuck? Why? Okay, that explains it. Alright, there we are. No, now we're getting the correct decode. Alright. So the data that's being sent is, for some reason it was configured that it was interpreting both channel, the clock and data were both coming from channel 1. Okay, it's set correctly now. Anyway, let's look at the data sheet and see what it's sending. So the very first thing it sends, if I'm not mistaken, is this correct? Zoom way out. This sure does look like the very first thing it sends. Oh, wait, that's different. What the? Okay, I'm gonna put the hold off even higher. I don't... Feels like it's... That's not hold off. Feels like it's re-triggering way too quickly for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, hold off is 30 milliseconds now, which is fucking huge! Sorry for all the swearing. So it shouldn't re-trigger within 30 milliseconds of this going high. So you really should see the very beginning of the data and only the very beginning of the data. Even if I zoom in, right? Okay. Okay, okay, we're definitely seeing the beginning of the data now. It's looking the same every time I press reset. Okay, so the very first thing we receive, alright, finally, let's start seeing what it's sending. So the very first thing it sends is, where's our table of instructions? 00100, and then 001. So the very first thing it does is it goes to say, yes, extended instruction set. Good. Nice. Wouldn't it be amazing if the LCD just for some reason didn't work on 3.3 volts? That would be so hilarious. It's supposed to be able to though. But anyway, so next thing was 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 0. So it's setting the VOP. We don't have to set these in a certain order, right? Because I'm setting temperature first and they're setting VOP first, which is interesting. We don't have to do it in a certain order, do we? After reset, the LCD has the following state. Okay. Surely we don't have to, do we? It does mention set VOP value first. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't really. That's just a section just on VOP, and this is a section on bias voltage. Surely that shouldn't matter. Anyway, okay, so they set VOP fine to a value. The value they set it to is... well, let's see. Let me change this to... Actually, no, screw it, I'll just type the binary. 10101000. And if we turn off this bit, then that's 40. Fine. So I did correctly work out that it was 40 before. Okay, anyway, and then we have the 1-bit third from the right, which is temperature. This one here. And then we have... Oh, I gotta capture again. Hold on. Boop. Then we have 0001. So 0001. Oh, sorry, 0001. So this is the bias system. And they're setting it to 101, which is 5. Okay, after that, they send, well, the one that's on the far right of the screen right now. 001. 001. So we're back to function set. 001. 0000. Okay, so this is them coming out of extended instruction set mode. Okay, okay, so far so good. I'll try changing the order of mine. I'll try changing it. Okay, let's slide over and see what's done next. So right now, the leftmost thing on the screen is it coming out of extended instruction mode. Let's press reset and see what's next. Okay, we have 00001100, which is 0000. Okay, so it's this line. 1100. So D is 1 and E is 0. So it's normal mode. Which makes sense, which is what I had before. That's probably the last thing we're going to see before data is clocked out. But let's just zoom out a bit. Oh, it's probably going to do the go-to position first, isn't it? The top left. But let's press reset and see. Okay, there's nothing else for a little while. Let's zoom out a bit further and refresh. Zoom out a bit further and refresh. A bit further. Okay, but it just goes straight into the pixel data by the look of it. I'm not probing the data/control line, so let me just add the data/command line, the DC line. Let's add that to the mix. Let's see. Which pin was that again? Thank you for the follow, Phoenix something. Fire Eagle? Welcome. Fire Eagle? Oh, Fire Eagle! Is it like Fire Eagle? I don't know. Anyway, DC, third from the right. 1, 2, 3. Link my data sheet. Yeah, and it's like, hold on. Okay, I think I'm probing correctly. Let me try to find it. So it's PCD 8544. Data sheet. Data sheet? Oh, this one, I think. Yeah, this one. Okay, it's this. German for fire hedgehog. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see what happens before then. Ah, it does look like there are two suspiciously separate before the main thing begins, which I guess is go to X and go to Y, but let's just see. So this decodes to, yep, this is go to X and Y 0 and 0. I recognize that. We got the leftmost bit 1 and then the 7th bit 1. Yep, that's go to X and Y 0. Okay, so they're basically doing the same thing, but let me just add, except they're sending the initial configuration in a different order. But let me just re-look at this with the DC pin added to the graph. So let's turn that on and press reset. Okay. I don't think I'm getting a very good connection on this DC pin, but it's good enough. Oops.
Yuki's so hot she's practically wavy, like heat of pavement, soft and hazy. But she hasn't won. She's not impressed, being warm and sweet is her stress.
Truth!
She fends herself with quiet despair, mumbling words that like this into the air.
True! Sorry that Ruby, you messed up your thingy. Okay, so the pin floats for a moment before stuff begins, but, like, doesn't really matter. So it goes low so that we're doing a command. Wow, holy crap. Look at that. It's, like, super close to... Let me just get a cleaner view of this. It's super close to when the clocking begins. Look at that. Such little time passes. How much time passes between the moment when it goes there and the moment when... Oh, I'm doing it backwards. The moment when that goes low and then the moment when the first thing gets clocked in. holy crap, it's like, what, 200 nanoseconds? Sheesh. Explanation of tails, please go down. Imagine if you could control the temperature, that'd be amazing. Alright, so this line is held low this entire time, that makes sense. Then eventually, it goes high because data's being clocked in. And it should be going high right after the go-to. Yep. Okay, it's doing exactly what I expected it to do, and this is like exactly what I was trying to make mine do. Whoa! Misaka! Hi! Welcome, welcome! I'm struggling right now. Hi, how was your stream? I'm just gonna drink something quickly. Welcome in, Kitko. Welcome in, Shy Assassin. Hello. Hi, hi. Nympheus. Hello. How was stream? I hope it was more fruitful than mine has been so far. Glimmer of the Deep. 9 hours, 22 minutes. Holy crap. Was it fun? I slid in for a moment earlier. But, I wasn't able to hang out much. How was stream? I slid in. I did. I was like this. This was me earlier. Just sliding along. Just sliding in. Without the errors in the bubble. Ignore that. Ignore those. But yeah, hi, I'm a weird cat, and I'm currently trying to work out why the flipping Arduino library for the LCD, for this LCD works, and my library doesn't, and it seems they're doing everything the same, except for the order in which 3 things are initialized at the very beginning, which the datasheet doesn't even say needs to be done in a certain order, but just sure, screw it, I'll change mine to do it in the same order. Anyway, let me read your replies. Also, the fact that it's running on 3.3 volts instead of 5 volts, which should also be fine for the LCD. And yes, I have confirmed that I haven't broken the LCD. I have just connected it back up to the Arduino and it still works. So, anyway, thanks for going to my TED Talk. Literally. Literally? Literally. Literally. Okay, so the only thing I'm doing differently is the order in which I'm sending these 3 things. They're sending the VOP first, and I was sending temperature coefficient first. I think they were doing it completely backwards to how I'm doing it. Or I should say I'm doing it backwards to how they were doing it. But let's just have a look on the LCD. Oh, sorry, on the oscilloscope to see. But hello, hi. Welcome in, everybody. Did I read the fine print that it clocks slower at 3.3 volts? Joking. Well, I mean, it's being clocked out here at like, what is it? 4 megahertz? And, or 8 megahertz or 4 megahertz, I can't remember. And, I'm clocking out at half a megahertz. Could it be they are loading things differently than how you are loading things? They are sending these 3 instructions in a different order. Let me just make a note of what order they're sending it in. So it's these first 3 bytes. No, not the first. The second, third, and fourth bytes. How's Aaron doing? Kind of poked a little at the one scripting language. I would say my stream was mostly just cozy yap. That sounds nice. Mine's been stressful yap. And melting yap. Look at this. The reason I am wavy is because the temperature is... Wait, have we just crossed 35? 35.2 degrees. I'm not sure I've ever seen it that high before. It's absolutely awful. Arduino library might use normal slow writes. No, it's not. It's doing it through the writing to a port, and it's using the SPI hardware thingy. As well for high speed stuff. That is far too many degrees. Just to order? Maybe, but it could also be to do with the fact that it's running at 3.3 volts and therefore I need to use different... I mean, I've tried using different like contrast and bias settings and stuff because obviously if the voltage is different then surely you're going to need different bias settings. But I haven't been able to see anything, like not a thing. Except for a moment when I unplugged it, it like flashed a black region for a moment as it was like malfunctioning. The melt is real. It's insane. Ah!
Cheese.
Cheese. Chris! Hi! Petition to reduce the degrees. Oh my god, please. Okay, so the first byte there is putting it into
cheese.
Into extended instruction mode. Instruction set thingy, whatever. And then the... Let me turn this one off. And then the next 3 bytes. There is one that begins with 1. So that's this one. So set VOP. Set VOP they do first. I was doing that last. Why? Hi, Long Yook. Also, hi, R1137. The next one they send is the 3rd bit from the right is set, which is this one. So the temperature coefficient, sorry. And then they send the 1, 2, 3, 4th bit from the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4th, which is the bias. Okay, so they're doing VOP and then temperature and then bias. Let's change mine to be the same. VOB, temperature, bias. That should be exactly the same now. Just that I'm trying different values for those 3 things because, you know, the ones I tried originally didn't work, so... The value they're using is 5 for this one, and they were using 40 for this one, decimal. So let's put it back to that, I guess. But also the library code itself mentioned that using a lower value like 30 or 31 or something worked better when it was running at 3.3 volts. I'm seeing nothing, but I do remember having to play around with the values a little bit. When I was first using the Arduino, in order to, before I could see anything appear. Okay, I'm now switching all of the wires back on the breadboard from Arduino to STM32 so that my code can run. This is a pain, and I'm just gonna do it right now off camera. I know you're not gonna be able to see anything. I'm sorry, this is very boring. Okay, disconnect those things and disconnect the 5 volts as well. And now we connect over the 3.3 volts back to there. And... these 3 wires go... Sorry about this. Sorry that I'm doing this bit off stream. But it's... Yeah, I'm just running... I just really want this to work at this point. I will show you the result of whether it works or not on stream. We'll discover that together live. Spoiler, the answer is going to be it doesn't work. And we move this one over. Alright. All of the wires are back as long as this one's through. Is 13 the reset line? Pin 13 is PA7. And PA7... What the? Wait. Oh, 3! Sorry, pin 3, not pin 13, pin 3. The 13, but without the 10. Pin 3. PC15 is the reset. Okay. For a moment, I thought I'd had something connected wrong the entire time. Hi, Cool Coding Cats. Do your best, Duke. I'm trying. Assuming you don't have a 3 to 5 volt level shifter. I don't, but it should be able to work on 3.3 volts. Okay. I'm going to I've got to re-put the flashing thing onto here. The thing for flashing. I guess I should explain to people, huh? Let's turn this off. So, right now I have this kind of system set up. We've got an Arduino here. I'm just using it, well, just a moment ago I had it directly controlling the LCD as you see in this photo. But now I'm changing it back into the mode where it only uploads some firmware to this, which is an STM32, which is a different microcontroller, which is the one I want to be using in the end. And just now, I rewired the LCD to be connected to this instead of to the Arduino. And it's now being powered by this thing's 3.3 volts as well, rather than 5 volts. We'll see if that works. I have to re-upload the thing to the Arduino now, which allows me to flash firmware to the STM32, which is here. So We'll just get that uploading. We can close this. And so it's compiling. And there we are. So I can now upload things to the STM32 using the Arduino. So now I press upload on here. This is for the STM32. I saw some warnings there. And it's uploaded. I guess the warning was that I didn't use draw sprite. Well, sprite Long Yook is unused. Okay, yes, because I'm not drawing it. I guess I should change this back to this actually. Let's put that back as well. Okay, 1100, 1100, 1100. So that should be the normal mode for this. 1100. So 1 there and 0 there means normal mode. Yes. Okay, let's upload it again because I just changed one thing. Boop. Can I have to get the debug probe working? Eventually, yes, but really not today. I'm so sorry. It's so hot. I'm really rushing to finish this. I'm needing to shower and eat after this. I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough time. I might be going to sleep in a disgusting state and hungry. Okay, I'm connecting the LCD back up. And now let's get the webcam back on here and we can both watch together and see if it magically works. Now I swapped the order of the first 3 things. Well, changed up the order of the first 3 things. Okay, webcam. Go Gadget webcam. We kind of need this oscilloscope to be a little bit smaller. And I'll just click this and now you can see it. Okay. Didn't mean right now. Okay. I'm pressing reset. Okay, we're still seeing nothing. Oh, wait, that's obvious we're seeing nothing because we're not drawing anything. Let me change it so the default stuff on the display should be like... I'll use memset, but instead of setting it to 0, I'll set it to... I don't know, like... instead of this, let's set it to... binary 10101010. So alternating on and off pixels. I'm off, please don't melt. Absolutely no promises, I'm sorry. Oh, this is going to be like interlaced lines actually, because this is a column of pixels. So it's going to be like interlaced lines. Every pixel on the row is on, and then every pixel on the row is off. And then every pixel is on, then every pixel is... Thank you for the follow, Alex Victor. Welcome, welcome. Let's try uploading again. And we'll see if we get anything on this display. I just realized this is a... Okay, you might be able to see it now. Uploading. Jeez. And guess what? There's a big fat nothing on the display. Man. I guess I should also double check that I've connected the wires correctly, so I probably should probe it again. But before I do, I'm going to just change these numbers and with a bit of trial and error and see if I can get anything. These are like the contrast and things. First thing, I'm going to try raising this number to like 7. It ranges from 0 to 7. I'll see if anything happens. Thank you for the pads. And thank you for the follow R1137 as well. Oh my god! Okay. Okay. That is not in the slightest what it's meant to look like, but we've got something on the display. I'm a little bit worried I'm damaging it, but whatever. Let's put this... This is the first anything I've seen appear on the display. As sad as that is. I'm putting it back down to 5, and let's try changing this number. Because they suggested using a number lower than the number I was using before when it was on 5 volts. 3.3 volts. So I'm trying a lower number in the hope that that might work. But it doesn't. I'm going to try now raising this number higher. So 41 is what I was using before, and then I also tried 51. I'm going to now try 61. This can go out to 127, by the way. Wait, I just clicked build rather than upload. Wait, oh, it's uploading. Nice, okay. Interesting. I now have 2 UKIA tabs. I can probably close one. You could. What happened a few moments ago? Something appeared on the screen. It wasn't what was supposed to appear on the screen, but something appeared on the screen. What if I put this to 6? Is this what they call vibe coding? Is this what the kids are doing? Am I trendy now? Okay, what did I try before? I think it was 21, right? I think 21 and 7 worked. I'm now trying 21 and 6. When I made distress sounds. Oh no, that was happy sounds. Okay, it's still nothing. But 7 made it do something? This is winging it? I guess so. Okay, if for some reason 7 and 21 makes it display things, it shouldn't be looking anything like that, which... Well, shall we see if the data is sending is even correct? Maybe it's sending wrong data. Maybe it is correctly displaying the nonsense that we're telling it to display. Like it's displaying something now, you know? Vibe coding is more like playing Genshin Impact where you just keep burning poles. Is that what I'm doing? Is my bits twiddling correct? I don't really know what you're asking me. But hopefully? Question mark? I'm now gonna probe the SPI clock and data lines and see if we can see well, what we should see is where the fuck is the initialization thing? Oh, there. What we should see is 10101010 being sent however many times this is. 84 times 6 times. Is that right? Yeah, I think that is right. Okay, let's see. Okay, the clock line is the... Which one is it? Let's get this photo up for like the millionth time today. The clock line is... just to the left of the power. Okay, just to the left of power. Left of power. I'm going to disconnect the LCD right now while I probe this. And then the data is to the left of that. Okay. Okay. So we should see something now. So let's just plug it in and see what we see. Reset. Okay, nice. Well, I'm not quite sure why we're seeing it clocking. Oh, I think one of these probes is not properly in. Is that correct? Reset? There we are. Okay, so the yellow line is the clock and the blue is the data. So this is the data we're sending at the bottom there. The script is decoded, which is cool, that that's even possible. Thank you for the hydration and pulse check. I'm gonna do that now. Yes, and these, yeah, I need to end. LCD unit does bit shifts, masks. Yeah, I think it does. I mean, yes, I've seen the values that it's sending out, and it's sending out the correct values. Thank you for the stretch as well. I just did. Back from Hammock. Who did I miss? You missed a read from me, sucker, just now. Okay, let's zoom out a whole bunch. So this is like a little bit of the initialization. And if we refresh again, we should see a huge block of data. But we're not. Oh! Right! I stopped it from sending the data. Whoops, okay. Let's try sending the data, right. Wait, not that one, this one. Right, okay, so it actually wasn't sending any data. So that actually makes sense that we were seeing random uninitialized memory. But let's double check that if I re-upload this, because it's easier to just, I'm already in probing mode, so I'll just, I'll just probe and see if it appears correctly. Otherwise I have to put the LCD back on and the webcam. Okay, here's our data, our huge block of data. And this should be 10101010101010 over and over and over again. Let's zoom in. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that, 1010101010. Actually, that looks really cool. because it's all back to back, you can't even tell where one byte starts and the next one ends. And it doesn't even matter because, you know, stuff. Alright, so we are definitely sending the right stuff. So let me put the LCD back on. And I'll disconnect power first. Connecting the LCD again. And let's get the camera on it. I have high hopes for this. I have high hopes. Let's turn off the oscilloscope and put in the webcam. Okay, there it is. Can we get in a position where we can see it? Okay. Connecting power. I don't know how long the Arduino takes to finish its reset thing. I can't easily position the camera in a way that... Blah. Oh, the flipping webcam cable is stuck on the... Okay, I'm seeing nothing on here, which is surprising and sad. I'm pressing reset, and I'm seeing nothing. Huh. So why am I seeing nothing now? I'm commenting some code. Well, I just did. Okay, I don't understand why before, when I was... Okay, this is so weird. This is so weird! Let's try lowering this even further. Even further. Could it be that now it's trying to turn on more pixels? Like it worked when it was some random ones on, but now it's trying to turn on more. It needs a higher value or lower value. Yeah, I'm seeing a whole lot of nothing now. Isn't that weird? Before I sent any data, like stuff was showing up. Like if I comment this out and we upload this, then we were seeing like dots on the screen. Well, we're not seeing dots on the screen anymore. We were seeing dots on the screen. What the actual fuck? Well, we were seeing dots on the screen when this was 2.1, weren't we? That's when we were seeing stuff. Uploading. But now we're not. Now we're not seeing anything. Reset? I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. Why it's doing what it's doing, and yeah, this is weird. This is very, very weird. And yet it works with the other thing, the Arduino. Okay, all I've done just now is just push harder on the thingy on the board to make sure that it's properly plugged in. Connecting power again. Okay, there's the dots. There are the dots, okay. Let's put it back to send pixels all again. Has this been like a mix of wrong code and bad connection all this time? And now nothing. Were you seeing the dots before I swapped the wires? I haven't swapped the wires. Oh, you mean gone... No, it works perfectly on the Arduino. When it was the Arduino doing it. Yeah, so why is it... I don't understand why when it should be blank we're seeing dots, and when it should actually be showing stuff, we're seeing nothing. It's so weird, isn't it? It's so weird. It's so weird. What if I lower this again now? I really am just randomly trying things. You know, something got vice versa somewhere. Who knows? Still nothing. What if I put this to an extreme low value instead of an extreme high value? What I'm expecting is that the screen should go like all black, you know? Like, I'm barely seeing anything happening. It's so weird. More like send pixels all turns off after LCD in it. I mean, the oscilloscope trace would suggest otherwise. The oscilloscope trace shows that it's sending all of this stuff after the initialization. Like, this is the initialization over here. And then we send all of this stuff, which was 10101010. Because we just wrote 10101010 into memory everywhere in the pixels array here. Excuse me. If you notice commenting out this displays dots. Yes, I do know. That's the weird thing. That's the weird thing that I don't understand. So basically what I'm assuming what we're seeing there when this happens is like uninitialized memory. Or it could just be an artifact of the nothingness plus the bizarre driving parameters that I'm passing here. And again, we only see the dots with like a very precise, well, when this was 7 and this was 21, right? The number of write cycles I'm burning through on the STM32 right now is crazy. But now we're not seeing it! Now we're not seeing it! Okay, let's cut power and bring power back on and reset. Now we are seeing it. Man. Wait. Have I made sure that the data... the clock/data thingy is correct? We should be making that ping go high. If we're sending data, which is good. But are we? Are we though? Let's see if we are. Let me just probe the clock line because we can see where the data is being sent, and the data/command line. So the clock line is... Why can I not move this? Hang on, it's stuck. Okay, sorry. The board was sticking to the thingy. So that there is the clock. And we've got the thingy, and then the blah 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 blah. Anyway, TLDR, what you're going to see as ping, hopefully, is the data/command line. I'm assuming that power cycling it resets the memory to just random nonsense, but I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, let's see. If the data command line wasn't going high, then we could have just been sending it all kinds of crap. But again, we are like resetting it, like with the dedicated reset pin at power on. So I don't really understand why, even if we sent nonsense to it, the reset should fix that. Why make a game when there is so much competition? Lastly, is it worth... What? What? I mean, well, welcome. Anyway, let me just see. Let's turn on this and re-trigger it again. Hi, thank you very much for the follow, Choco Conical. Welcome, Conical rather than Conical. I like it. Okay, I'm pressing reset. Okay. So this is the initialization stuff that's happening at the beginning, and the data/command pin is low, and we can't decode it right now because I haven't got the data pin connected. We've only got the clock pin. Do you wait for the DMA to finish? I'm doing nothing else after the DMA is done, so it shouldn't matter. Oh! Oh no, wait, hold on. Hold on. Am I trying to send... Alright, I'm not trying to send any pixels at this point. I'm not trying to send any pixels at this point. And yet... Oh, that's when it's reset, isn't it? Hang on a second, I've got such bad connections to this, causing it. Oh wait, you're not even seeing the oscilloscope view! Oh my god! Sorry. The source code is in the background. Welcome in Aka Linux? Although, Can you get a readout with the probes? That's what I'm doing. Hi Freb, thank you for the pads. This is the initialization stuff. Okay, let me turn back on the send pixels. Oh, but you can see that this pink line is going high, which is like what should be happening when I call send pixels. Like it should be high when when I'm calling send pixels. And it's uploading. Okay, we've just got a weird capture. Let's try again. Okay. So here we are. Here's the initialization code. The initialization instructions being sent there. These things. While the pink line is low in command mode. Then the pink line goes high. Oh my god, I just choked on myself. And all of this stuff is the pixel data being clocked out, which should be the 10101010, although we can't verify that right now. We did earlier though. So yeah, it's doing exactly what I thought it should be doing. It may well just be that I need to find some different magic values for the VOP and bias. But it's very it's just weird. It's weird. I don't understand what's going on. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I have no idea what's going on. And I am dead, as you can see. And I need to cool down. I need to cool down. I need to eat. I need to shower. I'm dying. Let's just use a high value for this, and see if anything happens. Let's bring back the camera for a moment. Ah! Why? Oh, to cool me down, I guess. Thank you. Wherever the block is, it's just finding a needle in a haystack. Yeah. I don't know. I can play around with this off stream at some point, but I feel like I've, you know, exhausted a lot of things that are easy to try right now on stream. This is doing nothing either. Yeah. What if we try a different temperature coefficient? Even though that's not a thing that was necessary, right? Before. Let's just try it. What have I got to lose? Well, an LCD, I guess, but I'll try not to. Yeah, there's a whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. This was originally 5, I think. I'm a bit scared to increase this, but yeah, whatever. It was still working after I messed around with this when I had the Arduino controlling it, so I don't think I'm damaging it. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of nothing, unfortunately. Let's remove this again. And just out of curiosity to see if the dots are changing. Well, I mean, the dots aren't reappearing until I power cycle, right? Should I be power cycling after every single test? Okay, I reset and I power cycled. I mean, I power cycle and then I reset. Is anything going on? Source code? I don't have the source code published anywhere, if that's what you mean. I'm afraid. If it was working fine on the other board, but it's not giving anything here, it's a bit of a mystery. Yeah, I mean, the difference is that the Arduino is 5 volts and this STM32 is 3.3 volts. But it should be able to work on that. That's like, that's the thing it should be able to do. Like, other people have said that it's working, and the original library for the Arduino even mentions like recommendations for numbers for when running from 3.3 volts. I don't know where that was. Somewhere that was mentioned. I don't remember where that was mentioned. Maybe in here. Yeah. So like, clearly this has like worked for other people at 3.3 volts. Sorry, I'm trying to turn this. There we are. But yeah, I don't know. And the implication is that the lower value you use, the darker it should be, right? Because here's a low value, and they suggest an even higher value if your display is too dark. Anyway, Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna end for now. I'm gonna end. I'm far too hot. I need food. I need to D35 degrees Celsius. I need to... Yeah. I need to calm down a bit. And this is meant to be... Sorry, I need to... Yeah, de-stress a bit is what I meant. Calm down a bit makes it sound like I'm going on a rampage there. Wait, where's my reverb? Reverb. You're welcome. Sorry this is a bit of a weird stream. This stream is meant to be like no more than 2 hours, and here we are at 3.5 hours and I'm dying of heat. I'm sorry for the anticlimactic finish. I'll probably mess around with this off stream sometime, but maybe not anytime soon because it's It's destined to become even hotter than this over the next few days here. We're looking at temperatures in the 30 degrees Celsius outside. And it's usually hotter in my room than outside. So if you don't hear from me again, that's probably why. I've probably died of heat. Anyway, hopefully that won't happen. Alright, let's have a look. Who can I pass you on to? Are we going to reach 100% dead? I really hope I'm not streaming if it's at that temperature. Holy crap. Holy is what I should say, I think. Alright. I tried a bunch. I'll try some more some other time. Yeah. You could go run to that shower. I guess so. I need to run to the toilet as well. Because I wasn't expecting to be streaming for so long. I disabled the save the kidneys redeem and stuff. And as you know, it's illegal for me to use the toilet unless someone uses the save the kidneys redeem. This is a joke! This is a joke! This is a joke. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Just seeing if there's anybody else who's doing microcontroller stuff. Oh, I can't type. I actually cannot type. Nah, not really. There's probably people doing programming and stuff. But I'm gonna be honest. I can't think of what I was gonna say. That's the honest truth. Knees. Shush, 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 touch, quiet, shush. Cooling pads for the Yook. Thank you. Yeah, I think I might slap the oven on to have a pizza and then run in the shower, and then when I'm back out, it will have warmed up, and then I can slap the pizza in it, and then it'll be all slapping, all manners of slapping going on. It's kind of fun being here. Thanks for the stream. Well, kind of thank you for being here. No, full thank you. Full thank you to everybody who's hung out. I wish it could have been a more... There's a slap for you. There's a slap in the face, but literally. Peebs. Okay, yeah, sorry, I wish it could have been a little bit more fun. But it wasn't, so that. Alright, I'm gonna pass you on to Myriad Minds, I think, who is not doing programming, but frequently does. Right now they're playing a game, absolute classic. And in my opinion, it's one of the best games ever made. Genre redefining and just like, well, not even, yeah, just... Anyway, he's currently playing Half-Life. I would be holding up the thing to show you, but there you go. Half-Life full derp. I actually didn't realize the pun in the name until I read it out loud. There's a proof that my brain is shutting down. Anyway, raid half my life. No, please don't. Alright, raid message is gonna be, you know what, let's call it, I think I made this one before. Raid message can be this. Cheese. Yeah, raid message can be, oh my god, I can't type it. If you have access to this emote, then raid message can be this. Long Yook is the name of the little creature that should be appearing on the LCD if the drawing of the sprite were working. The drawing of the sprite might be working, but just something isn't. Yeah, there you go. If you don't have access to that, feel free to just use the worm emoji, like the standard, you know. Wait, I can't copy it. I'm trying to copy and paste it from, okay, the worm one, I can't do it. Help, I'm actually struggling to even just type on the Twitch chat. There you are, this one, okay. Bye. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna slide away now and try and live and get some pizza and stuff. Alright, bye!